Hello, Void. Hello, hello, hello. How's the Void doing? I'm excited to be playing Disco Elysium again. I have theories. We thought we solved the mystery last time. We have unsolved the mystery last time. And now there's more to do. Oh no, that's so sad. That quarter of the Void is not doing well. Tragic. 2 bites into cereal before you realized the milk was bad. It didn't have a smell or anything? That sucks. I be good. I be good. I'm doing well. Um yeah, it was a good day. The weather was great. That made me very happy. It's spooky season. I get to wear like I wear these a lot, but they're little skull earrings. I wear these a lot, but I'm excited to wear them um more festively, I guess. I wore my skeleton. I have these earrings that are like cut wood skeleton cats. I wore those the other day. Um, you knew it was bad in the first bite, and then you kept going. Why? You were just in the middle of your cereal and you're just like, yum, cereal. Oh no. You knew something was wrong, but why did you keep going? Why did you go back for more is the question. Why? Why do that? No thank you. But I'm glad you realized eventually. Go get something else to eat. The first bite, you're just so excited about the cereal, except any strange surprise. I mean, it's cereal. I mean, but please do go get something else to eat. Oh, oh, oh. Dinner options are not good. That's honestly, I had such a they're calling it the internet is calling it a girl at dinner. I had such a girl dinner tonight. I just had um leftover small portion of leftover rice, a small portion of leftover pasta, and then the rest, basically half of a mango. So it was very much of a hodgepodge of things. So together and just scrounging the fridge for things this evening. But I'm glad to hear that other than that, you're doing well. Um, woo, girl dinner. Yay. But I'm excited to hop into this. It's been a little while since we played Disco Elysium. So I'm happy to get back into this. I have theories. I have theories about what is going on. So last time we figured out that these guys inside of the well, they admitted to it. These guys inside of the Whirling in Rags basically admitted to murder of this guy that we just took down the body of. They basically admitted to it. They said that they grabbed him. It was a big group of them. They grabbed him, overpowered him, and then hung him. Um, but we also met this woman who we learned to be later was Evart's prodigy. She is kind of a legal counsel of sorts, and so she was like acting as like legal like advisor to these men that have admitted to murder, and she was basically telling them to not tell us stuff even though they're extremely chatty. And then this is for me just as much as a recap in the stream because it's been such a long time since we played this, so I'm like trying to remember everything that happened and be like, all right, put the pieces together. Um, but we found out that she did legal counsel. She had posed as the gardener before, and she's like, haha, psych, I'm not the gardener, which kind of knew. I was like, this character got a portrait. There's no way that she's just the gardener to give us direction, sort of thing. Um, but, um, so we kind of talked to those guys. They admitted to murder, and we were like, oh, okay, case solved, but we can't convict them without some more um, authority because this place is like doesn't recognize our police authority. So she was saying that we couldn't do anything because with so many people, we couldn't arrest everyone, which I think is stupid logic. So basically, she was like, "Go away." So we went to go talk to Evart, who knew us previously, knew our name. We got hurt by sitting in a chair. He was super creepy. Knew about our lost gun. Basically, anything we had talked about in the game, he knew about somehow. I don't remember much else information we got from him, but he convinced um, big giant racist man who we don't like to take down the body for us in exchange for us standing on top of the wall and posing as guard. Um, so he took down the body, and then basically at the end when we did the autopsy, we discovered everything checked out. He was like, yeah, the neck like lynching and like everything seemed to check out with the story, and we just needed more information, more authority to arrest these guys. But during the investigation, we got some checks that basically told us there was something about this guy's stomach that was like cluing us in. Like it wasn't quite what it seemed, as well as like weird things going on with mouth, if I remember correctly. Basically, what I think happened. And we also got a lot of information about how this guy that was murdered assaulted a woman in the Whirling in Rags, which is why everyone murdered him. I think he was poisoned. Yeah, we believe he was poisoned based off of info that we got. I think it's possibly the gardener who poisoned him. Um, and that's why she has like such stakes in this. There was other things that I can't remember now that were cluing me into why I think it's her. But they also all kind of band around her. Like she's considered like a really close part of this community, and they wouldn't tell us who the woman was. And so she had like such a stake in this. No one wanted to tell us who it was, and that could be just close knit community. We don't know who. We haven't met the woman. Maybe that was accosted yet, but I think it was the gardener that poisoned him first, and then to cover that up, big group of guys went out and hung him. That is my theory. I don't know if it's true, and I can't remember all the details to why I have that theory. It's been a hot minute. Um, but our goal today, I think the first thing we have to do is get this body, because we need to have the info from this corpse to prove that he was poisoned. So we can't send this body off for autopsy because we need the body with us to prove that and to do the search. We failed the last check to do the search, and so we need the body with us in order to keep doing that. And so we need access to a freezer where we can keep the body so that it doesn't continue to decay. Because the game basically told us, okay, you can keep the body here, but you have a very small window where this information can actually be kept. This seems like the kind of game that'll actually make good on that threat, so I don't know if it's true or not, but Um, so that's the first thing that we have to do. And I'm gonna double check before we do it that that is indeed what we have to do. Yeah, so we have to fridge the victim's body. Um, we're gonna ask the Whirling Rags, Frit, which is that store. I hate that there's three T's. That bothers me. Or maybe Kuno. We're buddy with Kuno, but asking Kuno feels weird. I don't know if we'll have great luck with Whirling Rags. But yeah. And then yeah, last time Edvard asked us to go. Oh, I should switch to the large screen. There we go. Last time Edvard asked us to basically seek out a weasel. I don't know if I want to do this. I think this guy could have info. But I don't really want to help this guy at all. I don't like him one bit. I don't want to intimidate whoever this is, but he might have info, so I don't know. We'll see. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that the salad was worse than the cereal. Yogurt, dry cereal, and popcorn is good. Dry cereal hits the spot, especially dry Cheerios. So good. Love just dry cereal. And popcorn is amazing. I'm gonna say that sounds like a good dinner. Good snack dinner. Yeah, I don't want to help people that we don't trust, and I'm worried that this game doesn't have... I'm sure if I went down there might be an option to just talk to the guy, but I'm worried about just, like, going too far in this path. I don't really want to help him. So we need to fridge the victim's body. There's also the special borscht. I think it's an alcohol. But it's basically giving the strikers extra stamina to, like, continue the strike. So if we looked into that, we could possibly break the strike and disperse everyone. Because right now we have a tension going on between the strikers and the wild pines, and we have these mercenaries that I think in a couple days will just, like, kill everyone. But yeah, yes. Special borscht. Definitely not drugs. No. Definitely not in any way spiked. So if we break up the strike, we could possibly, like, ease tensions. And here's my thing. So I'm getting into super conversation about this game. But here's my thing with the strike. Their demands are not for, like, better pay or better hours or any necessarily, like, better conditions. That doesn't seem to be the goal of this strike. The goal of this strike is to have every single member on the board. Basically, to have every single employee have some sort of say in the company, which on a large scale, structurally, just doesn't make a whole lot of feasible sense. Like, when you get, like, on a small scale, that makes a lot of sense. If you have everyone involved, like, that's why, like, small scale individual diplomacy works. Like, democracy, not diplomacy. Where every single person can put a vote in. But, like, with a huge giant nation, like, stuff starts to break down, and with the internet things get better and that sort of thing. So I don't know. Yeah, employee-owned company. Yeah, I guess that is true, and those exist today, right? I just don't know a lot of that about economics, so I don't know how, like, functionally that works. But I guess the boil down of like edible owned company would lead to better pay and hours, possibly, possibly. But I guess the point I'm trying to make is I wouldn't feel bad for breaking up the strike, I guess. Um, yeah, the scale of like this company. I just mean, like, I guess I'm looking at it as these guys are fighting for basically I'm weighing their lives and what they're fighting for. And if me breaking up their strikes can prevent a massacre, I think I'd go for breaking up their strike versus whatever is the easiest option. If we can get a nice middle ground of like seceding to some demands in Wild Pines and like preventing a massacre, that's the optimal solution. But if it means breaking up their strike to prevent a massacre, I think that's what I'm gonna lean towards. We'll figure out if there's better options for that. Um, but also the same grounds, like there's not been any look of like compromise on the side of the strikers. Like the Wild Pines lady is like, she seems really nice and like she's trying really hard, but they're like just not meeting her in the middle at all. And so it's like, how are we supposed to like, we gotta reach a compromise somehow, basically. So I'm very curious of what the game is going to like let me do, is if I can reach a compromise and prevent a massacre, or if it's gonna just be like, no, you either completely support the Union or you completely support Wild Pines. And I guess where I'm at right now is I probably will go more towards the Wild Pines side than the Union side, because they're also, the guy that's leading the Union is also extremely corrupt and not like great. So yeah, kind of like the Milanov says, it's kind of like the Incredibles. If everyone has power, no one has much of anything. So it's kind of a weird thing to fight for. Yeah, directly better pay would make more sense. Yeah, exactly. Like they've obviously fought in the past. Like they mentioned, Joyce mentioned in the past that they've had strikes and that they've won their strikes, and so they just kept asking for more and more and more. And if they were asking for like these more tangible things, yeah, strikes are a really useful tool. I'm not saying I'm anti-unions. I think unions are really, really important. I just think their demands are really weird for this situation. And it could be my just lack of knowledge, because this game is also super like weird in what it expects you to know already. Like, I just am not like a big political person or economic person. It's never been something I've been interested in, and like I know a lot of history and that sort of thing, but I don't know. So I'm like, I just don't know if I know enough about the situation to really make an educated opinion. But also the people I've met just seem like, it just seems like a weird thing to fight for. And if I can save a bunch of people's lives, yeah, that's the line. All for strikes, all for unions. We're trying to save as many people as possible is basically the line. So if we can try and like get a compromise of everything, that's ideal. If not, I'm gonna try and break up their strike, and destroying the special borscht seems like a good first step. Um, there's also the guy that said that he murdered the other guy, and we have to prove our authority. We'll see if we can do that. We shall see. We also can level up. So we have a skill point. We have 2 skill points. What was the check for checking the body? Because if we can just put one in now and not have to worry about the fridge, that'd be nice. Let's check what that skill point was. Yeah, I'm also fascinated to know what your guys' what the Void is opinions on this. If you know this game, or like, no spoilers if you know like how the game ends up or anything like that. But if you guys have opinions on like what's going on or like anything like that, I am fascinated. So if you guys, as we go, feel free to like talk about whatever. But yes. So Okay, so we were gonna look at. I also know where to buy maps, so we might go buy. We're on a time crunch, so not right now, but eventually I want to go buy a map. Okay, so where was. You need to look at the body. A look into the. Was that a red check? I'm not seeing it on here. Oh, there it is. Hangman. Perception legendary. Too many abilities. Too hard to remember. Yeah, there's a lot, but we found it. It's the Hanged Man perception one. Yeah, we failed it last time, but we could put a point into perception now to try and open that up. Um, we're gonna be super stacked in perception. Yeah, I'm thinking I'll put 1 point into perception to see if we can like win this check. And if not, we'll keep going. Yeah, I'm gonna put 1 point into perception now and then see if we need to put something else into another check later to like get something open. But let's go ahead and see if we can just do this now the way it is. Okay. And if we really screw it up, I have past saves. I don't want to get in a habit of save scumming, but also
The man is decomposing visibly now.
I can't say that this
Every
game.
hour, he looks less like a creature and more like a pile of intestines.
I can't say that this game makes me not want to like save scum a lot sometimes, just because of the level of like
The lieutenant
bashing your
adjusts
head.
his glasses and takes a deep
okay.
breath.
Yeah, so we basically have a +1 because we know to look in the mouth. But we already established the probable cause. We have a minus when we were doing the inspection, which is unfortunate. Yeah, save scumming means the end. If the game's not set up well, sometimes that means quite necessary. Yeah, that's definitely how I felt last time we played this. I was like, I need to keep progressing. So right now I'm feeling okay. We're back to it the first time in a while, so let's see if we can win this. I don't feel confident about 28%, but we'll see.
You really ought to wait until the cadaver is refrigerated. Digging around in this mess now is proving hopelessly difficult.
Okay, so that's the game saying, no, please go find a fridge. But it was worth a try, and we're gonna need to do that check again. We might get some bonuses in the future when we have it refrigerated, but that was worth doing. I think just testing it out. Okay, so let's go talk to the Whirling Rags. I don't see this going well. I doubt they're gonna want us to let us put their thing in the fridge, but we'll see. Yeah, I don't imagine they're gonna be very happy about this, but we're gonna try.
Can I help you?
I need your fridge.
Yes, for the dead body. You want to put a dead corpse into my fridge, right?
Yeah, you guessed my mind. Read my mind.
Flattery is the way.
Oh. Flattering the fridge? That's what you want me to do? Sure. Kit Kat cereal? No, 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 no. This is important. Cereal is good. Oh, that sounds amazing. Some cereal is just better dry. I actually eat dry cereal every morning because I don't buy like milk on the regular. I only buy milk when I'm baking. Um, and so I eat dry cereal every morning. It sounds awesome. Kit Kat cereal sounds really good. Thank you for the recommendation. I also like eating honey, nope, the almond cereal, honey nut almond, something like that. I don't remember. I also eat a lot of Special K, just dry, which is good. I like it. The Special K chocolate, so good, very good. Okay, we heard you have a huge fridge.
You've heard wrong, and you're not putting a dead body into my fridge.
Yeah, I only get eggs when I'm baking too. Or there are a couple specific recipes that I get eggs for. Like when I'm doing like Asian food, I tend to like do eggs on stuff like fried rice and that sort of thing, which is tasty. But yeah, you just don't need eggs and milk that often. Or in my case, butter. So I only buy those things when I like have a recipe that calls for them. Let me put my dead body in your fridge.
Damn, I thought the size thing would work.
Suggestion. You thought. I don't use butter in very many, let me know if everything's sounding okay, by the way. I was having some sound issues before the stream started. Yeah, I don't use butter in very many recipes, but I also don't know very many recipes, so we'll see. I'm not gonna even ask why, you're just gonna say something mean. That's so funny, I have to say that one.
This is a culinary establishment, not a morgue. You don't have to ask me why you can't store a dead body in my kitchen.
It would only be for...
Lieutenant, you too? You're asking too? No. The answer is no. I will not turn this place into some kind of macabre circus.
But we need it for the investigation.
Wow. Turn the lieutenant off like he was a busted old radio. He really is the lord of his realm.
He's got a point, but also, like... Wait, help us out here, dude.
Let's go talk to the freight clerk.
Okay. He was a jerk to Kim. That even makes him worse in my book. If you're mean to Kim, it's like, what the heck is wrong with you? I'm actually gonna heal one. They don't like being at 2 health. That makes me upset. And I had 5, so you know. I run. Okay, I really doubt this girl is gonna let me. Maybe there's something I can do to like convince her. Hi.
Is this about the questions again? Because I don't really know anything.
No, you're okay. You have a fridge.
Mm-hmm. Right behind you.
Right, that is a fridge. Wicked.
Yeah.
I need to store a corpse.
You're joking, right?
No, I need to store the corpse of a hanged man in your fridge.
Okay. It wouldn't even fit, you know.
Now that I'm looking at it, maybe a glass-doored fridge in a public grocery store isn't the best option for storing a corpse.
Yeah, I mean...
Okay.
Do you have a warehouse?
A warehouse? I don't know. Maybe. I don't really care what Frit does.
It's important,
She scrunches up
please.
her face into an expression of consummate adolescent skepticism.
What a phrase.
Fine. Frit doesn't have a warehouse. Just a little back room here. Okay?
Okay. Okay, so unhelpful. Okay, so neither of these two places. So that means Kuno. That's our last shot. And we're buddy buddies with Kuno. He might help us out. Maybe. Or he might ask us to go get those drugs before he'll help us, which not I mean, I was just gonna keep them out of his dad's hands because his dad sounds awful. But I don't really want to do that. Getting involved with that sounds a little much. Okay. Hi, Kuno. I need help.
You missed a good show before. A kid came by and completely fucked the tree to pieces.
Yeah, I know. We sent him here.
He fucked the tree up! Fucked it good! It was porno!
Okay.
Shoot that shit at Kuno, pigonaught.
Yeah, I need the fridge.
For the fuck imp. Good thing you asked the Kunmeister. Kuno knows a fridge.
Meister.
Perfect for freezing.
I knew you would, buddy. Where is it?
Bacon Man's in a rush. But what's in it for the Kuno? What's the return on Kuno's investment?
You like this kid? He I have become endeared for him. I think I feel bad for him more than anything. Just like the situation he's in. Like I just want to kind of like give him a hug, if that makes sense. Like I don't know. He reminds me of like kids I've interacted with where I'm just like, oh my gosh, I just want to hug you and like I know why you're acting the way you are and I just want to make things better. So he's grown on me, especially when we had that heart to heart. We're buds, we're buds. Kind sir, I'll repay you for the information. Right now the clock is ticking. Like that's gonna work on Kuno. Ooh, I am not good at rhetoric. Do we put one into rhetoric just to try it? It's a red check, so it can't be retried. And if I mess this up, we're gonna like lose out on stuff. Yeah, I'm gonna put a point in, I think. I suck at this. This is not my strong suit. Oh, I also have a -1 for my items. That also makes sense. Okay, so I'm gonna put one into this. And then we're also going to... Now I will suck less, yes. Okay, and then we're better at it. Then I also want to... Actually, I'm gonna back off real fast.
Wasn't going to.
You can't turn Kuno into a little...
Kuno
Yeah.
doesn't fucking...
Yeah. One sec. Let me change my clothes right in front of you. What is giving me a minus in rhetoric? There it is, my hat. Okay, so we need to change my hat. Do I have a different hat? No. So we're just gonna take this off. Come on. There we go. Okay, so we got the hat off.
Fuck does Kuno care?
I need a
For the
fridge.
fuck imp.
Yep.
Bacon Man's in a rush,
Okay.
but what's in it for the Kuno?
Ooh,
What's the return
58%.
on Kuno's investment?
Let's see.
Encroaching on
Yeah.
his territory, someone has openly challenged Kuno. It's in his best interest to put them in their place.
Yeah, look at that. Much better. Way better odds. That was worth it. And rhetoric has come up a couple times, so I feel like it feels okay to put a point into that. I don't love... I don't know. This game is weird with its point system. But I'm invested in the story, so it's going to keep me going. Okay, so someone arrogant thinks he can kill in Kuno's kingdom without asking the Kuno first. Sounds like a lawlessness to me. Yeah, appeal to Kuno's authority.
A dark flame smolders in Kuno's eyes as he ponders your argument, wordless, like kings do.
This outlaw's fate is in your hands. Let's make an example of him. Help me locate him using the fridge body technology. Fridge body technology.
Alright, Kuno hears ya. See that shit house over there?
Okay, the bookstore.
A cold comes over you as you glance behind him at the crumbling colossus there.
The Doom
casting
commercial
shadow.
area. Yeah, where the book lady was super superstitious.
Whatever. Don't fuck back at the Kuno. You gotta get in that shit. In there deep.
Okay.
Yes, he means the doomed commercial area.
What do you mean get in there deep?
Check the fucking basement, pig. Don't you know anything? Always check the fucking basement, recon style.
Recon
There's a
style.
giant fridge down there. Fucking will fit, no problem. It looks like a white bear or some shit. Try not to piss yourself when you see it.
A white bear? How do I get in there?
Through the bookstore, you gotta beg the book bitch. Used to be you could get in there through the doorbell, jam that shit. Book bitch changed that. Kuno doesn't beg, so Kuno doesn't go there anymore.
Oh, the librarian's back room. Where she was like, don't go in there, you'll unleash the curse. So, we have to go in there.
Yeah, book bitch, beggar. You stupid or something?
He means the bookstore. We have to ask. Plaisance is the mother of the little girl peddling books on the plaza. We have to ask Plaisance in the store.
Yeah, I got it, Kim.
See, the clod gets it. Listen to your four-eyed friend.
Yep, thank you, buddy.
You didn't hear it from Kuno, pig. But don't forget where you heard it from.
Aye, aye, Captain.
Kuno owns you now, pig. You're Kuno's property.
Sure.
Kuno doesn't fucking care.
Bye, Kuno. Yeah, things in this game out of context makes things sound real odd, that's for sure. So we used to be able to get in through there, but we can't anymore. We could try ringing the bell over and over again, but... Oh, here's the woman. Couldn't we just go in without her noticing? I'm gonna talk to her. We'll see if we can get through there. We'll try. We'll try by talking to her. Oh, this isn't her. We'll be back. Never mind. You seem nice, just coming to a book. What a vibe. Okay. Hi.
Hello again, esteemed officer, and welcome to Crime, Romance, and Biographies of Famous People.
What on the nose book name? Bookstore name. Okay. I would like to do Oh. um. I gave smart parenting advice. Hey, I mean, she's been a crappy mom to her kid, so let's ask her first before we go straight to the drama.
A fridge? No, I don't know anything about a fridge. Aren't you interested in books?
I would like, please let me back there. I know there's a fridge. I need to get in there.
I did what? Oh my god! A victim of the curse? The curse has started killing people? It's killing now?
Yep, the curse is definitely, it's really bad. You have to let me in because the curse is really bad.
You're right. It's worse than I imagined. We definitely have to contain it now.
Yep.
This definitely softened her up.
The curse is killing now? It was only just killing the economy. Now it's killing people. When will the curse stop? Okay, well that didn't help my odds at all. Which is rude. But let's try it, I guess.
Slip
Hey!
onto her, you silver-tongued fiend. Show her what world-class perfidy looks like.
Ma'am, I've come here to help. I've handled paranatural situations before.
Are you sure? Don't think I haven't seen charlatans before.
I've returned from the void. A pirate detective from a long line of pirate detectives.
You're no paradetective. You look nothing like one. And you're clearly a drinker. Pardon me for being so blunt, but...
Hey now, hey. You need the booze to focus, alright?
Sure, we're trying to
The
get
lieutenant
better.
keeps his usual stony calm. He silently picks out his notebook. Go ahead then, rock her world, he thinks. I'll compose some notes.
Thanks, Kim. Thanks for the backup. We're gonna go for as odd as possible. Yeah, it's necessary to drink the spirits in order to contact the void.
How do you know all this?
Here we go.
I'm a void revenant. I have the powers to de-bad all the bad energies. I am
should
a
have
walking
realised
crystal.
the pattern lies within the fabric. The hand of fate guides us. Our meeting couldn't have been mere chance.
Of course not. No, of course. It's all predetermined. I'm special.
Perhaps you truly are the one to deliver this woman from the doom.
Maybe. I just need to store a body in a fridge.
But I am not the only one at risk. I have to think of my daughter. You are certain you can help us? Keep us safe? I can't allow any collateral damage to hit us.
Oh yeah, ask him. He'll vouch for me.
Oh,
Oh no. I shouldn't have put Kim on the spot.
certainly so, ma'am. I can assure you my partner is eminent in this particular field.
I need an outside party.
If you promise, good officer, then you might be our last hope. Do you swear it?
Actually, I'm not feeling the vibe anymore. I just wanted to get to the fridge. No, I swear it. I will help you.
Thank you, sir. There's one more thing I haven't told you about yet. The entity.
The entity?
Do not act surprised. You know of these things, sire.
Yes. Of course, the entity.
You have? The entity takes the form of a woman, a witch probably. I've suspected that she must be connected to the curse ever since I first saw her. Did you know that she lives inside the chimney?
A woman that lives in the chimney? Chimney, the passage between heaven and hell. Of course.
Yes, That chimney is part of the building's central furnace, and it's enormous. She has barricaded herself behind some metal security curtains. God knows what she's doing there.
Okay, so who is this woman?
Some unnatural magic, I assume. You should go find the entity and ask what happened to all the companies in the building. What is the source of this curse? Here's the key to the warded door behind the curtains. Take it.
Thank you.
And please do return to me after you've looked round. I'm quite anxious to know what she has to say about the curse. What?
Unbelievable darkness and ruin.
Okay, we'll see what comes out of
What
this.
you discover? A demonic refrigerator. Perhaps the fridge will be the source of the curse.
Angry fridge. He did say it looked like a polar bear? I don't know why Kuno
You see a set of tattered curtains blocking.
pulled the curtains open.
You see
We
a
continue.
dimly lit room full of dusty furniture and trash. A doorway stands in the back, covered in dozens of scary little cage-like trinkets, your shadow looming over it like an omen.
Oh!
You told me I could go back here. Why are you acting so surprised? Oh, it is spooky back here. Ooh. Alright. Ghostly silhouettes of hair dryers. Oh, okay. So this used to be like a salon or something? Merely looking at that unmanly haircut threatens your masculinity. Insecure much, buddy? Come on. It's
A
okay.
heavy door with a missing handle stands before you, covered in dozens, if not hundreds, of little oddly shaped trinkets and charms. It appears to be locked.
Break down the door. No, we're just gonna unlock the door with the key.
After exerting some force, you manage to turn the key. It's eerily silent. The door slides slightly open, letting a draft of cold air into the room. You feel the tiny hairs on the back of your neck rise up, as if someone's standing right behind you.
So, this game gives the vibes of like Eldritch Horror. Like, at any moment, this game could turn into an Eldritch Horror game. Do I think it's going to do that? No. Do I want it to do that? So bad.
An uneasy knot forms in the pit of your stomach.
Do we want to know more about the feeling or just go in? We're just gonna go in. Oh. Lighting just got real weird. My computer is like, why? Oh, Kim has something to say. What do you have to say, Kim?
What is this place?
Looks like a gym to me.
Yes, but no one's been here in ages.
You said that so distressed, Kim. Do you not like gyms? I mean, I'm not big on them either, but do they pain you?
I doubt the electricity still works. Good thing we have a flashlight on us. Don't forget to take it out of your bag before we move on.
Good call, Kim.
Some specks of dust shimmer in a faint beam of daylight falling from the window. Other than that, the room is dark.
Okay.
An eerie feeling rises in your chest.
Let's just keep going. I'm sure there's just a regular abandoned house, nothing mysterious here.
Sounds good.
They're going for like a horror vibe? I don't know. Do you think they'll pull anything spooky on us? I don't know if they will. I kind of doubt that they'll pull anything spooky on us. Yeah. I don't think they will. This flashlight is cool. Just from a... it's an easy thing to code, but I think it's a neat little thing. It smells like leather and sweat. Yeah, that's fair. Alright, we gotta get going finding this fridge. We don't have time to dilly-dally and search as much as I would want to. We can come back. But we need to find that fridge for the body. Oh. Oh, I don't like the... Is that a unicorn deer? Oh, the mannequins. Why does it have to be mannequins? Oh, they are going for a horror vibe. I don't like it. I don't... Oh, what's that? Oh, just money. They're not gonna... I don't think they're gonna do any horror stuff. The music's getting all music-y. There's like a faint rattling. The mannequins are never a good thing. Putting mannequins in a game is just a fast way to make everything feel creepy. It is. It's just trying to psych us out. Okay, that's a door. I don't know if this went into the basement or not. Oh! A giant polar bear. It is a fridge that... It's not what I was expecting. It really is a polar bear fridge.
You see a terrifying ice bear with a strange compartment in its belly. The door is covered in frost and the bear's eyes are glowing red. This ice bear is a hyper carnivore. Be careful.
Be careful of the bear fridge?
A gust of freezing cold air rushes to greet you. You hear a low grumble as the bear regulates itself. This is the inside of a refrigerator. The lieutenant takes a peek inside. His hand has found the holster of his gun.
Kim, why are you so spooked?
Of course, a giant ice bear-shaped fridge.
Yeah.
Just what we were looking for. Let's see what's inside.
The shelves are empty. All you see are crumpled ice cream wrappers with the brand name, Revachol Ice City. A handwritten note has been attached to the door. The fridge is huge.
I'm gonna take the note.
You pocket the note and the little fridge magnets keeping it on the door.
Yeah, fridge magnets. Woo! The music is really good. I was enjoying that music a lot. It's real creepy. This is clearly the fridge.
It's certainly an eccentric choice, but it is capacious and cold enough, too.
We won't have to worry about anyone else getting in here.
But the optics on this are awful, he thinks. We need to be as silent as we can.
What do you mean? Like possibly stealing the body? Is that what he's talking about?
Shall we go and get the body then? I'll take the head, you take the feet. The stairs won't be easy, but we'll manage.
Yeah, let's do it.
The two of you, easily. The body is heavy.
Oh yay, cut to black.
And stinkier. It takes half an hour to get down to the basement. Then 10 more minutes to stuff it into the fridge. The lieutenant takes a step back to admire your handiwork.
I didn't like those sounds. My headphones did not appreciate that. It took 40 minutes to get this in. I'm glad it didn't make us walk all the way back. That would have made me sad. But we got it in here. We have fridged the body.
Beautiful. A dead body in a nice bare fridge.
Yeah, that was bad. I
This is some of the best
apologize.
police work I've ever done.
That was really bad. when I put the VOD on YouTube, I am absolutely going to timestamp that because that sucked. I apologize. It was bad on my end too. And the voice over top of it did not like. But hey, we got it fridged. So we're good. Dead body in an ice bear fridge. This is some of the best police work I've ever done. Yeah, that was rude of it. They haven't done anything else like that sound effects wise, so I don't know why they needed to do that. But we did it.
You've definitely earned a drink after this. Perhaps even some pagan rites.
Okay. Let's bring out the meat and set it on fire. Alright, really?
No, not really. Look at that. What have we done? We stuffed a dead body in an ice bear fridge. This story does not leave this room.
Come on, Kim. I thought you were having a moment of humor. Unfortunate.
He means it. He doesn't want to be the ice bear cop.
Oh, I'm the sorry cop, but you can't be the ice bear cop? Fine. This isn't police work, Kim, where it's art. We're artists, and this was our vision. Yeah, I'm not proud of this either. This isn't the best solution, but we did find a fridge.
As impressive as the fridge is, this is a small victory, among numerous defeats.
Come on, Cam.
At least we've stopped the body from decomposing further. Now you can conduct another inspection, under controlled circumstances.
Yeah.
Inside the icy realm of the ice bear fridge, the corpse stands slumped, waiting.
Okay. Let's try it again. Let's see how it goes. Oh
You touch
no!
the dead man's body. His skin is cold, light blue and silvery in the light of the fridge. You still have no idea where to begin, or what to even do with him.
It'll come to you sooner or later. At least he's safe here until then.
Shoot. Okay, so we'll have to level up and then we'll come back. At least we know that this is a safe thing for now. Yeah, sad. That's okay. We know it's safe. We know what we can put points into. I don't love having to put another point in perception, but that's alright. Let's examine one of the ice cream wrappers.
A friendly cartoon bear smiles back at you from a glossy cellophane wrapper. It looks nothing like the fridge, or the decomposing body in it. The paper still smells of vanilla and chocolate. Even under this stench, you can feel it.
That's strong smell of ice cream. Why is this giant bear fridge in here?
Good question. It looks like an ice cream fridge.
That would make sense with the things that ended up being in it, but terrifying.
Somewhere in the past, it's summer. 5-year-old Fifette lets go of her mother's hand, change jingling in her pockets as she hops towards the ice cream stand right across the plaza.
Try to sell ice cream from this hyper carnivore.
I know. What an unfortunate marketing choice.
Yeah, someone dropped the ball on
What
that.
is even worse, the bear is still costing them money to this day.
Yeah, they're still supplying electricity to it.
The electricity bill must be catastrophic. On the other hand, it did help us with a certain corpse situation.
Yeah.
Lucky us.
Woo. Alright. We'll be back. I want to look at this note. the handwritten note from the fridge.
The note is written with a blue pencil on a piece of lined office paper. The kitchen magnets have left spots on its surface.
Does it say anything interesting?
This is tangential at best, but the lieutenant's detective instinct is still active. Someone has scribbled, S. I can't believe the off-site copy is still here. The illiterate ginger kid keeps stealing stuff from the studio, so I had to hide it somewhere safe.
Off-site copy. S. I don't know people's names well enough to know an S. So, copy of something. An off-site copy of something was being stored here, and Kuno kept stealing stuff.
You'll find the filament memory with the off-site copy in the frozen ice cream maker. Please take it home, ASAP. It's important. I'd do it myself if I lived in a civilized place with a freezer. Take care, Sully Soif.
I don't think do we know a Sully? That name feels familiar, but I don't know if we know one. What's a filament memory?
It belongs inside a radio computer, storing its memory. It's like a tape. You listen to disco tapes, right? It's like one of your disco tapes, only for a computer.
Yeah, like a CD or a floppy disk. Do you know any idea where the frozen ice cream maker could be?
I don't know. I assume it's somewhere close to the Ice Bear fridge.
Oh, we can look around a little bit, see if we can find it. I wonder who wrote the note.
Someone who owns a radio computer? My guess is as good as yours, officer.
Alright, that's a little thing we can mess with later. Intriguing. Yeah, this will be the key clue. The whole investigation will hinge on this ice cream maker. An ice cream maker. We found it. Although there's multiple ice cream makers, aren't there? Yeah, there are. There's a hidden doorway here. Oh. Haha. Some rifles? Inoperable rifles, okay. Someone has stuck some busted guns beneath the ceiling. There's a bunch of stored old guns back here. Ah, look at that.
A few bricks have fallen off, revealing a compartment behind the wall. It's too dark to see in.
Yeah. That's gonna be retirement. We're gonna quit being a police detective because that's honestly not probably the best job for this guy. I don't think the stress is great for him. Nice ice cream job. I think that'd be great. Once he you know, gets his feet back underneath them. Oh, a gun would be super useful, but apparently these are inoperable. Yeah, last we heard, my gun is currently in the hands of a crazy woman. Fun times. Ugh, keep yawning. People don't know they're inoperable. That's a good call, intimidation tactic. I don't know if the game will let me pick it up, but that would be cool. Where are we?
Seems like an old bunker from the revolutionary period. Look at all those rifles. Must be an old weapons cache.
That's cool. If it was D&D, that would be a strat. It would be. That would be intense. I mean, you technically could do that. Firearms are a thing in some D&D worlds. So why not? Okay. Let's look at the hidden
There is,
compartment.
yes. And there also appears to be something inside the hole. Interesting. Do you want to take a look?
Yeah, I do.
Your hand reaches deep into darkness and spiderwebs. Rummaging around, you find rusty rifles hidden away.
You're gonna use that tactic against me, aren't you? We found rifles.
Are these any good?
Let's inspect them.
Most of them are rusty and inoperable, like the rest, but one catches your eye. A bolt-action model with a fine wood stock, in better cosmetic order than the others.
Hey,
Take it. You're a police officer. Police officers carry guns.
I do.
That's a rare sight. Seems to no longer be functional, but still a beautiful thing in its own way.
An old Belle Margrave from the Revolution. Huh. Cool. Revolutionary bunker.
It means there are firearms, albeit inoperable, still lying around in Martinez. It's an interesting coincidence, I would say. Might come in useful in the future.
He likes this find.
He's excited. He's like, ooh, guns and history. I'm a nerd. Alright, well we now have a gun that we could pretend to be, you know, a thing. So oh, technically it looks like it's something that we could sell, but I feel like this would come up later. I don't want to sell the gun. I hope that comes up later. I hope we can use that. Still running ice cream maker. Can I open this one?
This orange machine is buzzing like an old submarine. It has a hand-cranked ice cream churner on top and an electric freezer that appears to be frozen shut.
I'm gonna turn the crank.
Turning the crank feels oddly satisfying, like stirring your childhood dreams. In the distance, you hear water dripping. It's all gone now. You'll never become a poet or an entrepreneur.
Oh, did I want to become a poet? Oh, sad.
What better to assuage the creeping sense of failure than some frozen fat and sugar?
What a mood. Drowning out feelings with ice cream. Yeah.
You slip your fingers under the frozen lid, but the ice is too cold for you to get a good grip. A pry bar would come in handy here.
I have one of those.
If you want to try again, then you need to have the pry bar in your hand, detective.
Give...
Equip the pry bar by
Yeah, I
going
know.
to the tool.
I know. Yeah. It's silly that you have to make me grab the pry bar, but that's fine. You know I have it with me, but whatever.
This orange machine is buzzing like an old submarine. It has a hand-cranked ice cream churner on top and an electric freezer that appears to be frozen shut.
That's intense. Minus 20. So my pry bar isn't good enough. I don't want to break my pry bar. That would suck. I know I can put... Let's put the hat back on. I think I can put this on to get a +1. I don't know if that will help me out enough though for this.
This orange machine is buzzing like an old submarine.
No.
It has a hand-cranked ice cream churner on top and an electric freezer that appears to be frozen shut.
Okay. I don't want to accidentally break my pry bar, so we're gonna ignore that.
2 cables are plugged into the breaker box. The red one leads to the ice bear fridge and the black one to the ice cream maker nearby.
Oh, we can unplug the ice cream maker, and then that will de-thaw the thing.
Something close to you dies with a soft electric purr.
Why did you do that?
Fuck, it's not the red one.
The lieutenant raises his brows, but doesn't say anything. The electric distribution board now has one cable missing.
Because I want to try and thaw this thing.
This orange machine is dead still. It has a hand-cranked ice cream churner and an electric freezer. The ice around it slowly melting.
Okay, so we're gonna have to wait. I bet this check gets easier with time. So we'll come back later, now that we have unplugged it, as it melts. I forget that you can see everything you can interact with just by pressing tab. It's a nice little feature. Ooh, a new, get a +1 to drama. Wear it at your own risk. +1 drama, clinically insane. I mean, yeah, kinda. Look at that. Look at that. Fashion. Looking less and less like a guy that's got his stuff together. I'm ready. The funny part is, like, I own a top that kind of reminds me of that, so I don't know if I have to classify myself as clinically insane or not. Mental stability goes up. Fashion sense goes, oh. I mean, it matches better than the white tank top and has less sweat stains. I wish it wasn't so low cut on him. The chest hair is not a amazing look.
A thick layer of coal dust covers the furnace, coloring it pitch black.
Oh yeah, the entity lives in here, supposedly.
Looks like this furnace has a face, and it's a face of agony.
I mean, I don't really kind of see it. It looks like someone drew a second eye, but you know. Kick it with your foot. Why would I kick it?
It's dark and grimy here. In the darkness you can hear chatter. It's coming from above. A voice or several voices talking to each other. Near the
Kitty!
smoke chamber, upstairs.
Welcome, 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 welcome. Good to see you. Thank you for joining. How's your day been? All the hugs. It's good to see you. We are currently investigating an old abandoned building right now. Ooh, short shift. That's good to hear. Short shifts are nice. Thank you for the hugs. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, we're currently investigating a old abandoned building. We just put a body in a ice bear fridge. It looks like a giant polar bear, but it's a fridge. It's a themed fridge in an abandoned building, and we put a dead body in it. You know, normal things you do. Okay, we're hearing voices coming from the furnace. Supposedly there's an entity that lives in the furnace, and we hear voices, I guess. Yeah. Oh, just yeah. There's not a better way to explain it. Yeah, it's themed, but scary themed. But it had ice cream in it. I don't know. It was a bad marketing choice, we decided. Alright, what are these voices?
The echo is so prominent, it's impossible to discern what the voices are saying or what's producing them.
What are you doing?
I've climbed halfway in. I can hear someone upstairs talking.
Wait, really? We should investigate, see if someone's upstairs.
Why would I yell? Popcorn with Kit Kat cereal? That doesn't sound good to me. Both amazing on their own, together, that does not sound good. There was no ice cream in the fridge, unfortunately. But it was on sale, possibly for a reason. Really odd trail mix. I guess, yeah. Eating popcorn, yeah. Just a Kit Kat with popcorn sounds odd to me. I don't eat very many candied popcorns, like, especially buttered popcorn with candy. I don't do that very often. But that makes more sense. That rationalizes it in my brain a little bit more. Like caramel corn with candy. I've had that before. That makes sense to me. I'm not yelling into the furnace. That seems really dumb. A puffed corn cereal that tastes of Kit Kat. Got it. Got it. That makes sense. I'd try it. It doesn't sound like it'd be that bad. I'd try it. Maybe it was the entity.
You're right. The rooms do look like they're connected. But malignant entities don't exist. At least not the supernatural kind.
Yeah, I know.
Then what was the chatter you heard?
Okay. Let's go check upstairs and see if we can find any people. Oh, it's auto-saving. Oh, here's the big bear fridge. Here's the big bear fridge. You try the popcorn Kit Kat trail mix. I don't know how to say your name, sorry. Jay Stillman. I think that's what I'm gonna go with. I don't know if you have a preferred way to pronounce that, but yeah, I try it. I think it sounds good. Oh, it just auto saves every once in a while. Just every once in a while it decides to go, aha, I will save your progress now so you can't save scum as bad. Oh, what's this? Loot thing. Oh, I tried yelling into the furnace? Okay, I missed the, you know you don't like sweet popcorn. Fair. Very fair. Okay, should I try yelling into the furnace? I mean, usually doing good things. I've had good successes, though, enter into bad things. Like, I won a success for, throwing a pool ball, basically, and made two old men's, oh, you're here because you saw you're at this part. Okay, okay. So something does happen if I yell into the furnace. So you knew, got it. Okay, I'll try it. I'll try it. You know that
A
something
thick
can
layer of
happen.
coal
Okay,
dust
let's try it.
covers the
I have a high
furnace,
chance of doing
coloring
it, so might as well.
pitch black.
Alright, let's do it.
Something breaks loose in you. A mighty bellow echoes throughout the chimney's depths. The chatter of tiny voices above suddenly cease. Then,
Hello!
you've awakened the entity.
I am the haunting. I've awakened the entity. They are awakened.
And it's a woman. Of course. The malicious entities are always women.
Folklore would say yes, but unfortunate. I summoned a ghost of this Doom commercial area. I'll be gone by old succubus. Rude. We're not doing that. Hi, can you talk?
Did you say anything? I can't hear you. Please come upstairs. There's a safety curtain on the second floor. I'll open it.
Oh, that's okay. She's friendly. Lady is friendly.
You hear a low rumble upstairs. The sound of a curtain being pulled aside.
Okay.
After you, officer.
Cool. We have a friend now. Is Talk to Me a horror movie that just came out? I haven't heard of it. But suppose self-haunting. Huh. Cool. Okay. Let's see, a safety curtain? Where would that be? Yeah, I'm not a big horror movie person, so I haven't really kept up into that scene. But it's been well reviewed, I guess. Okay. Up here stairs, so we can get up here. Safety curtain might be up here. So someone's living up here. Another postcard. Yeah, self-haunting as a concept sounds really interesting. I only do horror if it's a, if I'm watching a funny streamer play through a horror game. I can't tend to do— oh, hi! This is a cute little space. Oh my gosh! This is really cute. It's cozy up here. Full of dice. Oh, does she make dice or play D&D? Candy dispenser, thousands of dice. The ultimate. I have not been in here before. This is my first time being in this building. I have not been in here. I just came in here to put the body in the fridge. I hadn't been in here yet. This person's the ultimate dice goblin. Oh my gosh. Hi. You make dice?
Hello, I'm Nia.
Novelty dice maker. Oh my gosh. She's amazing.
Did you try knocking on my window? I must have missed you. I've been listening to my Melius.
No, but—
So what kind of die are you looking for?
oh, we put the body in the fridge because it was actively decomposing and we think that the person was poisoned. And we need more information, and so we wouldn't get the information if they kept decomposing. Yeah. Examine it later without it decomposing. Obviously, we tried to put it in the hotel. That didn't go well. Couldn't put it in the grocery store. So obviously, in a ice bear fridge in an abandoned building. This is amazing. I'm so happy about this woman.
Could this be the malicious entity? Perhaps it's wise to go along with this masquerade.
Me just shining a light in her eyes. Make me dice.
She's got a direct view to the backyard. You should interrogate her about the lynching.
You must have. I haven't knocked on your window.
Then how did you get inside? By the south entrance? You know what? It doesn't even matter. What matters is that you're finally here. Let's talk dice.
Wait.
Did you have something specific in mind?
You weren't the person that opened the. I'm confused. Hiding it for changing time of death? Oh no, I don't know about, No, I don't watch enough crime, so I don't know that. So this isn't the woman that opened the safety thing, I guess? It sounds like her voice. How does she not remember? Okay, well, anyway. What do you mean by Milius?
Yes, Amelia is like a call-in station. You need a two-way radio to access one. That's why I have these.
Oh, she has a two-way radio. Okay. Okay, so it is the same woman. She's just acting like I wasn't the person that she just opened the door for. That's fine. Okay.
Mostly, they just teach you to swear in different languages. But some of the stations can be quite interesting. I was so absorbed, I must have missed you knocking.
She knows how to swear in a lot of different languages. I love it.
I'm
Make
a
me
novelty
dice.
dice maker. Tell me the name of your role-playing system and I'll make the die you need. That's why you're here, yes?
Memory Maker and Blade Runner. I've never seen Blade Runner, so I can't. I really want to see Blade Runner. I've been told that I would absolutely love it, but I've not actually seen it, so I don't know. But I'll have to watch it and then I'll be able to make a comparison. It's on my list of sci-fi movies because I've been told I would love it. I just haven't gotten around to it, unfortunately. But as a D&D nerd and just RPG nerd in general, this makes me so incredibly happy. I actually have a dice sitting here with me. I'm like, make me an Eldritch Eye dice. Make me a whole set, because the whole set was too expensive for me, so I just got the big D20.
As she speaks, her bone-like fingers fiddle with a ring. Her bones light, but her hands strong.
Yeah, I like dice.
Very good. My rate is 10 real per set, unless you want something really unusual.
10 real seems steep.
Take a look around and see if there's any particular stone you want to use.
It's so
This
cool.
person means you, or no one else, absolutely no harm. She will answer freely and honestly.
This woman's amazing. I love her. How did you become a dice maker?
How did I become one? It was a business decision. I was a regular jeweler at first, but that's an unfocused field with too much competition.
So she went niche.
Some of my friends were role players. They asked me to make some polyhedral dice out of cobalt. That was my first order. I grew it from there.
I love that because this is like, you know, an RPG. They were like, we're just gonna put in some RPG nostalgia in our RPG game. I love that.
Not especially. I like working with rare materials and a steady pay. And role players as customers, they're nice people.
And we buy dice. Too many of them, and we'll spend so much money on them. So honestly, a good gig.
She's thankful for the security they provide her.
Oh, that's really sweet. Yeah, you have a view of the backyard, so what do you know?
Nothing really. I didn't know him.
No, but did you see what
Who cares
happened?
about a dead body? We might be dealing with a malignant entity here.
This is definitely not a malignant entity.
The lieutenant looks at his notebook, then the woman under the large window.
Your window looks directly onto the courtyard. You're saying you didn't see or hear anything unusual last Sunday evening?
I'm sorry, detective, but as you know, I usually have my headphones on when I'm working. It shuts out most of the daily ruckus behind my window.
What do you mean by daily ruckus?
Well, there's always something going on in the Whirling's backyard.
Like, did you see
During daytime,
something?
there are usually those kids. And lately, I've been seeing a lot of drunk workers hanging about.
So you do look
Must be
outside.
because of the strike.
She's not sorry to disappoint you. Informing on someone in a murder investigation would intrude upon her focused existence.
But I never saw anyone during that fateful Sunday night, I'm afraid.
I like her a lot. I don't necessarily believe her. Do you often work Sunday nights?
It's an odd profession, making dice for people. But I like it, and I prefer doing this to sitting at home.
Fair, fair.
I might have, but in this case, all I would have seen is my own reflection staring back from the darkness.
She might have seen something? You went from I've seen some, didn't see anything to maybe. Yeah, she's not being fully honest with me, but I like her anyway.
It's really hard to make anything out in the yard when it's dark outside. Besides, I rarely get up to look out the window when I'm in the zone.
That is relatable. I sit right by a window and I hardly look outside, mostly because I have monitors that block it, but that is fair.
She nods.
Anything else, officer?
What would be the point of buying dice from her? I have to pay rent. I can't pay 10 real to buy dice from her, sadly. What is this place?
We're inside the chimney of an old central furnace. It's strange, I know.
But you are the person that lives up here, yeah. You do live in a
But
furnace.
when I arrived here, all the other rooms were taken, so I had to build myself a makeshift home. Besides, I don't really have to pay any rent here, so that's a plus.
So she just went, everything else is taken. I guess I'll take the furnace.
Plaisance was right. There's an entity living in the chimney. You should ask her about the curse.
Creative.
She's living my ideal life. Working alone in a really cozy furnace, abandoned building, just making dice for RPG players. It is pretty great. Steady job, steady income. I like her a lot. Do you know what happened to the other tenants?
More or less. Are you interested in anyone specific?
Just vaguely.
Rats scuttle in the dark rooms under the abandoned blow dryers and dusty mannequins. Cobwebs cover rotors and radio computers alike. So much failure.
Terrifying taxidermed bear.
Oh boy, the fabled Revoshow ICT. You're in for a treat here.
I have no idea how hard it is to make dice. I know that, depending on the dice, I think it's harder or not. Because I know these sharp edge ones are harder to make because you have to get such a precise edge, especially these liquid core ones. I don't know if you can see this really well in the camera, but there's an eye that rolls around in here. I know these are really hard to make just because what goes into them, but I've never tried making dice, and so I don't know. But it is fun seeing on Instagram and stuff the molds, people peeling back the molds. I saw these little dice potion ones the other day. Yeah, it depends on what type you're making and if you're buying or making molds. Okay. I bet the making molds is hard, but I saw these little dice ones that were pulled out of mold. It looks really cute. You could do this with juice boxes. Okay. I'd like to try making dice. I think it would be fun. It'd be a fun thing to try, I think. Fun hobby. Oh, she's ready to tell me a whole story.
The
I'm
place
ready.
was owned by two guys who had some rather innovative ideas about marketing. The bear was one of them. Now ask me about their other ideas.
She's like, now ask me. Ask me. That would be fun. That would be really fun. Just trying to make dice. I would enjoy that. What about their other
There
ideas?
was really just one, and it involved picking out the prettiest girls in the neighborhood and paying them 20 cents per hour to man the booth.
Yeah.
And by man the booth, I mean slump behind the counter with a face that could maim you if you ever dared to disturb their bored magazine browsing.
Oh no, they were like, hey, cute girls, we'll get customers. And then the girls are just like, don't talk to us. Don't do it. Don't do it.
Sounds like she really didn't like those girls. Fritta does the same thing.
It's true. It's true. The clerk does not want to help us. Yeah, 20 cents per hour is awful pay.
Oh, but they did. They did show up to work, and not alone. There were also acne-ridden girlfriends and gorilla-like boyfriends loitering near the ice cream stand.
Are we referring to the idea of doing the adult juice boxes? Nerdy themed adult juice boxes for D&D? I think that would be amazing. We all just are on in our RPG like table of just like for reference, last time I streamed we were talking about there was a juice box in Starfield, a juice box of whiskey, and we were saying like that drinking like alcohol out of a juice box would be really fun. I think it'd be really cute and have a lot of like fun branding, especially like doing like cider or something like that. And I think making it super nerdy would be fun. There's that nerdy tea company, the tea and coffee company that makes their whole business off of marketing to RPG like people. And they're all like, oh, the best tea for game night and that sort of thing. And they're really cute, like art and everything.
And they already had the bear.
What about the bear?
The bear.
I love her. I love her so much.
Of course not. The bear was terrifying. No one wants ice cream guarded by a hostile apex predator. To make matters worse, the fridge didn't
The
work too well either,
bear.
and half the ice cream came out malformed and partially melted.
Oh no, the fridge doesn't work? What do you mean the fridge doesn't
Eventually,
work?
Ravishell Ice City lost the price war to its rival, Glace 5000. Glace 5000 sold caramel sundaes for only 5 cents a piece, out of regular fridges.
I'm sure the bear was doing its best.
Maybe, because the taxidermist who made that bear definitely wasn't. Doing his best, I mean.
Oh no.
He said that the bear was his vision beast. He said he met his vision beast while high on desiccants. Called it Megatherion.
Oh, this is Vision Bear.
Scary, but cool.
Megatherion?
Megatherion. A mega
I was
wild
doing the
beast.
bare minimum. No. Oh my gosh. Alright, you get a high five for that one. That was good. That was really good. I both hate it and love it at the same time. Congrats. You did good. You did good. Thank you. Alright, a mega wild beast?
It's an
It's a mega
imaginary beast
Pokemon?
that guides you
It
through
mega
life.
evolved? Imaginary beast that guides you through life? What guides
By
me
telling
through
you to
life?
do more drugs, mostly.
Oh. Okay. I think I have that. It's called electrochemistry. It talks to me quite
A
often.
wise
There he
and
is.
noble beast, guiding you toward the land where the streets are paved with drugs.
Yeah, there he is. Alright, what animal would electrochemistry be? I think shark. I think electrochemistry is a shark, and when it's on land, it just kind of flops around. Just going drugs, 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 drugs. Little
The
jaw.
horrific necktie tightens around your neck, strangely excited. But it doesn't feel particularly fun this time around.
Oh, a twitchy squirrel? Yeah. Squirrels always look like they're on drugs. They just have a lot of kind of drug energy about them. Just generally paranoid. It's like, where? Where is it? Necktie, you need to calm down. Don't strangle me, necktie. Don't do it. Oh, Hammy the squirrel? Yes, also when he... What is the thing that he eats that makes him go bonkers? I don't remember. It's been a really... Isn't it just sugar in general? There's the bear from that one movie. Cookies. Okay. There's that bear from the one movie that whenever he gets sugar, he goes crazy, and that's like the whole catalyst for the movie. And then Hammy the squirrel, I guess, with cookies. It's been such a long time since I've seen Over the Hedge. That movie is a fever dream. Grab your necktie and mumble, "Not now, you beast."
What?
Nothing. Do you ever feel like your vision beast is trying to blackmail the fun out of you?
No, officer. I don't have a vision beast.
No, that must be
Normal
nice.
people don't have vision beasts. Only drug-addled madmen like the taxidermists do.
Electrochemistry is Scratch and drugs are his acorn. It always ends badly. I mean, that's a pretty good analogy. That's a good one. I like that one. Twitchy squirrel, Scratch. I like it. Do normal people have horrific neckties?
Neckties? I guess they do sometimes, officer. But I don't understand how it's relevant to our discussion.
It's not. I'm just quick the
Anyway,
weirdest
now
thing.
we know the story of the fallen ice cream empire.
Oh, thank you for telling me.
Little sparkling embers under the window.
I like her a lot.
Outside it's light. Light scatters from the low-hanging cloud cover. There's always the threat of snow.
I'm still just shining the light in her eyes. The fallen ice cream empire.
Anything else?
It
Another
sits
failed business,
in
perhaps?
ruins.
I've been here for a long time.
It seems we get XP from these stories, but I don't know if they're really relevant to anything we need to do. I don't know if asking about the business is helpful. Let's just ask her directly about the curse.
Good. I hope it clarified things a bit.
Just
What
a little
else?
bit. I'm gonna ask specifically about the curse so I can finish this quest.
I've heard the stories, but I don't think those stories are true.
The atmosphere and world building is very important. We'll go back to them if people are interested. I just don't want to like spend a bunch of like, I don't know. If people enjoy it, I will go through them because I find it interesting too. But I also know like, I guess it's part of the slow walkthrough, I guess. But I will go through them if I want to, but if we want to move on and get back to the investigation, I'm also cool with that too. She's convinced, yeah, the book lady's convinced that this place is swarming with malicious energy.
Plaisance, the bookshop lady? I've heard that her business is doing rather well. Have the energies spared her somehow?
Um, I appreciate it. I appreciate you guys. I'll just play. Yeah, I want to. It's a communal thing. I'll play for what you guys are interested in, and I play the way that I want to. That's why I do this. That's why we're playing together, basically. And this game's a lot of fun to play with, like the chat too. So the way that yes, if you have something you guys are interested in, just let me know. It doesn't seem like the bookstore is doing that well.
All right. But it's not just the bookstore that's still up and running. What about the whirling in rags? Some people say it's part of the building complex.
The whirling isn't doing that. Now the it seems like it's doing okay. There's tons of people that seem to be doing okay at the Whirling in Rags.
And then there is me.
Sigh. She's doing great.
I've been here for 14 years, selling novelty dice to role-playing enthusiasts. Not exactly a million-real business idea, yet somehow I've survived despite the talk of malicious energies. Strange, isn't it?
You're doing good. This painting reminds me, this portrait reminds me of the woman with the pearl earring. It's very similar kind of like composition. The lighting is like completely different, but I like how the lighting is like made to look like it's coming from the window. I think that's neat.
It's because she's in cahoots with the demons.
I don't think she's in cahoots with the demons. I don't think so. Yeah, I'm glad we were all on the same page. Yeah. So the curse is not working hard. That's the curse. These people just didn't have good ideas and didn't work hard, and that's what the game was trying to say. It just doesn't care about earthly time frames. The curse doesn't affect people like you. Yeah, I don't know accents well enough, but it does like sound definitely more European. Yeah.
What, so the curse only affects people with poor work ethics? What you're describing isn't a curse, it's capitalism.
I mean, capitalism in theory. There are other things that go along with capitalism that affects poor, affects business downgrade, but yeah, in a nutshell, sure.
The jig is up. The she-demon knows you've uncovered her true identity.
She is capitalism. We found
Time
her.
has come to face the source. Fear not, for the forces of the universe are supporting you in this psychic quest.
I'm starting to see there's no curse, only business decisions and natural market fluctuations. Oh, I've discovered capitalism, you guys.
Exactly. Truth is always so disappointingly mundane and boring.
Exactly. The game gives me the vibes of Eldritch Hoarders and then go, haha, capitalism, or haha, communism. We're not in economics class. I refuse.
But I'm glad we got this sorted out. Anything else I can help you with today?
Oh, that's it.
Renaissance is not going to like what you have to tell her.
Oh. I have shivers about this. Okay. I'm gonna try this. That's a pretty good... Do I have any? I can't tell. I'm not gonna... I don't think I have any items that gives me better shivers. Let's see if we can get this. No, of course not.
If anything, it's uncomfortably warm in here.
Start taking off your clothes. No, don't.
She has begun to idly clean one of her carving tools with a dirty kerchief.
With
The
my
tool's
luck,
sharp edge shining in the light of her desk lamp.
for people that haven't been watching the past streams, my luck in this game sucks. I fail often,
Hey.
unfortunate. Oh, Rhetoric wants to say something. Who? Me?
Yes, you. Word on the street is you're ready to start building communism again.
Again?
Yes, you're ready to start building communism again. You've built it before. They've built it before. Hasn't really worked out yet. But neither has love. Should we just stop building love, too?
What about my choices has flagged me as building communism? Love's worked out great for me, says my ex-wife. Yeah, can't argue with that.
So, what about all that communism you've promised to build? Word on the street is you've woken up from 1,000 years of slumber, promising to erect a version of communism many times greater than any attempted before. Is that true?
I don't know where you're getting this, Rhetoric. Where is this coming from?
You keep saying things like, down with the bourgeoisie,
Do
eat
I?
the rich, sodomize the landowners, impale all people who have more than 25 real in their pocket, literally murder all human beings regardless of their political beliefs. That kind of stuff.
I have not said any of those things in this entire game. We have not seen the ex-wife. We have only heard about her, and it's been alluded to multiple times. Like, kind of batting me over the head with the fact that I have an ex-wife. But acts like it's something that's not come up a lot, sort of thing. But we do have an ex-wife that is associated with peaches. There's been multiple things that have come up that have been like, that reminds me of my ex-wife. And there was like a gum that we found that kind of related to her, I think. But I haven't said anything like that.
Not in so many words, but don't deny it. You're about to rip off that mask of social democracy and reveal the monstrous seven-eyed lamb of global communism that will devour and masticate mankind.
That sounds bad.
Everyone can see that. So tell me, do you have any questions before we fire up the big communism builder? Or do we get right down to it?
No, I don't want this one. This one sounds bad.
Very well. I guess no one will build communism then. Tell the working man it's over, unless anyone has objections.
Oh no, it's asking for other advice.
Did someone mention cocaine? Are we doing cocaine? No. I'm sure
There it is.
I
There's
heard
the
someone
shark.
say cocainism.
Cocainism. The shark has come back.
Anyone? Anyone else? There's no one?
No, Rhetoric. No one else.
There's no one. Okay then. Lie down and let the water carry you downstream.
Bye, communism. You're good, and there are good things about you, but I'm not about the whole kill anyone that is above a certain money. I don't like that very much. Spread the money, but you know, no killing, please. Oh, you heading out, Katie? Bye, thanks for hopping in. It's good to see you. Have a good rest of your evening. I'll let you know how the rest of the investigation goes. Alright, let's investigate the rest of this building. Oh, bye to communism. I thought you were leaving. Bye, communism. I got confused. There's a slight delay with chat, so it's hard to tell, like... There's a slight delay, so it's really hard to tell, like, sometimes what's directed to what. I don't always see, like, what's being, like, said right when it's said, so... Oh, my bad. Alright,
This
what do we
appears to be
find?
some
Oh,
kind of
mainframe.
machine with a cube-shaped heart and a wired framework. The keyboard has a rectangular on-off button. A piece of paper still hangs from the printer.
Interesting.
A radio computer. Just sitting here without anyone inside.
Oh. Nah, it's all good. Don't worry about it. I try to make the connection, but sometimes it just fails. No worries. Glad to hear that you're with me till the end. Yeah, we still got quite a bit of this stream left, so I'm excited to see what we can get going. So we found a computer. This is definitely where whatever the ice cream machine is holding can go. Do you think I should turn it on,
We
Kim?
have one of these down at the station, but I never really learned how to use it.
Well, I'm gonna try and turn it on then.
The machine lights up like some prehistoric animal stirring from its slumber, revealing fluorescent
Oh, those
play
are cool
point keys
noises.
on the keyboard. The hatch on the machine's central compartment is wide open.
It's kind of high pitch. I'm not the biggest fan of it, but it sounds neat.
It's empty like a beehive without its brood. Some cables have been left dangling, disconnected.
No. I don't enjoy this sound very much, but it is kind of musical.
This is where the memory should go.
Okay, so we don't have a memory yet to put in here, but we know that we could put something in here. Wait, do we have... Oh. The new item. Do we have something that we could put in there? No, we don't. I thought we had a tape at some point, but I guess not. It is giving Star Trek warp vibes. It's true. Whale song. Oh, the whales from Star Trek? Yeah. No, that's actually really relevant, actually. Okay. What else is in here to look at? Oh, there's a door. We went back downstairs. My bad. I'm actually intrigued if the ice cream machine has melted, because it's been a little bit of time. I don't know how long it needs before we can crack it open.
This orange machine is dead still.
Nope, not ready
It has
yet.
a hand-cranked ice cream churn.
Okay, it's gonna take longer than that, that's fine. Let's go back and tell Book Lady that it's just capitalism she's fighting against. The bear fridge does work, supposedly not well, so I don't know how long we can keep the body in there. So we're under kind of a hurry to try and get the perception. We're trying to level up so we can level up our perception so we can try again. That's our goal. To achieve that goal, we're gonna go back and tell this lady she's fighting against capitalism and clear that quest. Oh, I can pick up... Oh, I picked up a new ball! Oh, I can give that to the old guys. So I threw their ball. What do I do with this?
A barbell lies on the floor. The color has worn off its weight plates.
You're gonna hurt yourself.
It's 60 kilograms. Your triceps hum at the sight of these weights. Show the world what kind of beast it's dealing with.
What would
there
be...
are no collars on the barbell. This is a safety hazard.
Yeah.
Why does it feel so familiar?
Look, Kim, it's a trap. There are no collars on the barbell. Is it feeling because I'm a weightlifter?
No, it's not that. It's the stale smell of rubber, the squeaky sound of sneakers, your bruised knee against the mat, and a whistle. Then the feeling is gone.
Oh, I used to be a wrestler?
A memory from another life, when you were young and fit.
Oh, I think I used to be a wrestler. That's neat. This feels stupid to try and lift the barbell. I don't know what it would achieve. Maybe healing my morale or something? Lift. I'm gonna tell Kim, look Kim, there's no collars.
You're right. The weight may fall off. Better not touch it then.
It's for mental growth. What kind of person would remove the collars?
It would be a violation of EPIS safety regulations if the gym was still operating, but it isn't. No one's supposed to come here anymore.
Experiences is equals experience points, yes. And if I hurt myself, I'll just heal up. I have so many healing items. Let's do it. Oh no. Again, my luck. It's great. We did it. Oh, buddy. Ouch.
You manage to hoist it off the ground, but the barbell feels wobbly and dangerous. Your hands slick with sweat. Turns out you're no beast, just an old man with bad form.
Sad.
See? See? This place is cursed.
Oh. Give me your ability, your luck. Send it my way. I'm not good at it. Screw you, stupid barbell.
Weightlifting was never my favorite either.
Oh. Oh no. I almost died. Alright, let's heal up a little bit there.
At the station gym, I mean. I prefer running. It clears your head.
He's like, I see you're having a midlife crisis. You're having a moment. It's okay. I'm not gonna judge you, unlike the many other times I've judged you. Okay, let's tell her about capitalism. Hey, I have a new concept for you.
You're alive.
Why
and
shine
well.
a light
Don't
in
keep
your
me waiting
eyes?
now. What's in there? In that dark sarcophagus?
Yeah, you gotta boost this guy's self-esteem. That's obviously what's hindering my luck. Absolutely. The dark sarcophagus. Pause for effect.
Yes, yes. How was it?
It was a... I don't know how to say that. I've only read that word. I don't know how to say it out loud. A charnel? Carnal? House of failed business enterprises leeching life energy from this bookstore.
I knew it. Oh, such horrors that have been thrust upon us.
I know. It's so sad.
But what else did you find? Did anything survive? No, of course not. Have you located the entity?
I did. Her name is Naya. She's a novelty dice maker and she's amazing.
A novelty dice maker? Well, spit it out. Why does she need the dice? For some kind of sorcery? Sometimes they use the ankle bones of sheep.
Nope, she's just a businesswoman like you.
I don't understand. If it's not her, then where is the source of the doom? How did she explain the curse?
Just don't say you don't have any answer yet. The uncertainty is killing her. You've come this far. You know how to end it. There is an entity behind the entity.
I can't say it's capitalism. I don't want to tell it there's no answers. We're just gonna say that there's no curse.
Too many inconsistencies. What kind of talk is that?
Well, first, you're one of those inconsistencies.
I'm not doing as well as it looks like I am. I only have my Simone's wards to thank for the protection they provide.
But also her business is doing well.
Yes, because her business consists of the psychic leech that's been feeding the curse. I see that you've fallen for her manipulation, Detective. The investigation is over. I just hope that you haven't made anything worse by going in there.
Do I get my XP? That's really... Yeah, there you go. That's all I care about.
Buy some books, or be on your way.
And I didn't lie to you. I got my XP. That's what I came here for.
Wow. Total psychic collapse between you two right now.
Total's like, our connection is broken. I just don't feel it between us anymore.
I am sorry we had to disappoint you, ma'am. Can we go now?
I've disappointed Kim again.
The shop around you feels ancient suddenly, damp and saturated by the coastal air. The books are rotting. A great cold lives here, and there too, 1,200 meters away on the urban coast. The dark shape of a church is reflected on the water, calling.
That church has popped up so many times. Shivers cannot, like, get rid of that church. Is it a church to capitalism? Do people worship capitalism in this world? Oh, why we're here. You can buy maps from this store. I never realized you could do it. Give me the maps.
This bookstore is not strictly about crime, romance.
That's not what I want. I want maps.
Several maps have been attached to a bulletin board hidden inside the alcove.
Would a church
They're
to
held up
capitalism
by
just
small
be
pins.
like
The board has come loose from one corner.
the Mall of America in Washington, D.C.? I feel like malls are churches to capitalism, basically. Maps,
The
maps,
look
maps.
old and faded. Your eye catches a map of Insulinda, a map of Revachol, and a map of Martinez.
I would like to look at the map of Revachol.
The north coast of a verdant island is shattered by the delta of a river. It is the River Esperance. Countless bridges put the shards back together, connecting city blocks to river
Oh yeah,
islands.
thanks.
La Delta says a great artificial heart in the center.
Thanks, Wall Street, malls, strip malls, yeah, pretty much any of those. New York, the Times Square, it's definitely a hub for capitalism. I would even put Disney World to some extent. Yeah. We have a you can add quotes. The bot has a quote function. You can do exclamation point quote and then type what you want it is and it'll save it, or I can add it in later. Different denominations for the capitalism religion. Disney has its own denomination of capitalism. I mean, we got Disney, Google. Yeah, you can. I think so. I think I did. Let me check really fast that was the right command. Yeah, add quote. Exclamation point, add quote, and then you can just write in exactly what you want and then it'll save it. I can add exclamation point list as a secondary command for the voice commands. Okay, so we need a map.
To the east, rolling hillsides, Le Jardin, Stella Marie, the suburbs of Saint-Baptiste, swallowed up into the megacity. They sound rich to you. This is Revachol East.
And west?
Houdon, it's somewhere to live. Not bad. Then there's Jamrock. It's bad. People shouldn't live there, but they do. Then Forberg. It's almost as bad, and much larger. Then Coal City. It's the worst.
There you go. That's what follow age does. It basically tells you how long someone's been following the channel. That's cool. I didn't know it goes down all the way to minutes. That's fun. And Martinez?
It's so small you can't even see it on the map. No, wait. There it is. North of Jamrock, the strip of coast next to the Greater Revachol Industrial Harbour. It looks downright despondent. It's almost Coal City, to be honest. No, Coal City is worse. A charred limb. Rain falls on its slick black streets. And then there's the burnt-out quarter in the heart of Jamrock. Is it cold in this bookstore? Or is it just you?
Way to go, Milanoff, for 2 years, 3 months, and 30 days. Oh, Katie just won the rock, paper, scissors. Way to go, Katie.
No, this is somewhere to be. This is all you have. But it's still something. Streets and sodium lights, the sky, the world. You're still alive.
Can I buy the
I'm
maps?
sorry, officer. The map of Martinez is the only one available. The other two are not for sale anymore. And besides, you could scarcely afford them. They're quite valuable, though they might not look it. The map of Martinez is 90 cents, though.
I'll take that.
That old thing? It's an out-of-date map of a tourist location that never was nor came to be. From when some design studio people tried to spruce the place up 4 or 5 years ago. They also renovated the horse statue, set up those coin-operated viewers, and designed the new street lamps.
I was wondering why they had coin-operated viewers in such a poor area.
They didn't get that far, for some reason. A shame the project never got going. Would be nice if someone fixed Martinez up. All these ruins are bad for business.
That would be nice. I'm not stealing it. I'll pay the 90 cents. That's nothing.
Always good to be informed of your...
Yep, thank you. Now I have a map. Now I can tell where things are. I like seeing you guys mess around with the commands. I set those up forever ago, so I'm glad to see that they're fun to mess with. Map. Interact. Let me use
The
it.
wall map features the patchwork grid of the streets of Martinez, with directions to appropriately touristy locations. Year 48 resides on the upper right corner.
So this is definitely a outdated map.
Your finger moves through the various streets, across Rue de Saint-Ghislain and Rue Saint-Sipar, over Saint-Brun and Martinez North. Finally, coming to a halt on the spot where you are currently standing, although the map gives no such indication itself.
I don't actually know what year we're in, but I don't think 48 is it. And she mentioned it was some old tourist location, so I'm guessing like maybe we're in the 50s? I don't remember, and it doesn't say down here. I'm sure there's something somewhere, but I don't know.
For a more detailed view of the map, go to your journal and select the Map tab.
Yay, now I can put things... Now I have the map. Let's look at the map. So now I should be able to tell where different tasks are. Oh, this really is for... That's really funny. This is really for a tourist location. What's with the big giant egg? Oh, there's the church. Okay. This feels like an old Disney map. Why is it... It's kind of ominous with it being like torn away in the corners and then like the flooding over here. I just see egg. Big egg. Egg. I wonder if the egg is actually there. I really hope it is. Okay. Alright, what do we have? Let's, we need to level up. Oh wait, we do have an ability point. Oh, we could put another skill point into perception and look at the body. Let's get to the body. We're gonna quick save. And then... Let's do it. Wait, I need to go back inside to do that. Okay, I don't know why my camera got So zoomed in. Oh. Wait, you can zoom in and out? I didn't know you could do this. Okay. That's new. Alright, let's go. We're gonna get to the bottom of this mystery. It's mostly just gonna tell us probably that they're poisoned. That's my theory. But then possibly we can do things. New things. We are learning. We are learning more things. That is... learning all sorts of things tonight. But I guess that's kind of the goal of streams, right? Learn more things about the game you're playing. That's kind of how it works. Where did I go? Did I get... oh, I'm not supposed to go upstairs. There's the door over here. Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna quickly save. Not that I'm going to reload a save to actually... although if I fail this, I might reload the save just because I'm tired of putting skill points into perception, but we're gonna level this up. Except changes in clothes. Alright, let's try this again.
The bear's eyes are still glowing red. It's guarding over the freezing corpse hidden inside its belly.
Okay, 72%. We have to be able to do this. Come on.
Your arms reach out and your eyes close, as if by their own volition. It's dark all around. You feel cold, slippery flesh, first with your fingertips, then under the palm of your hand.
Okay. Am I reaching into his mouth?
His face, his cheeks, his nose, his fat, swollen lips. Like a spider, your hand crawls over his features. Everything is silent.
I'm gonna put my fingers in his mouth. Ugh.
The oral cavity is cold and moist. A ball-like tongue attaches itself to the base of the mouth, lolling around like a scallop.
Ooh, lolling around like a scallop is not a good sentence.
You're on the right track.
Play with it. This feels right.
The tongue moves freely in the cavity. The mucus of the mouth is slippery, delicate to touch. From the soft meat, teeth are budding. Hard pearls of bone in the gums and in the back of the mouth. Can you feel it? You're so close. Rip his jaws open now. Look in.
This is deeply upsetting.
Of black and dark red death, pried open by your naked hands and studded with teeth. Looks like he's laughing. Death fumes rising from the throat, and there, in the back of his mouth, above the bell of the uvula, right in the soft palate. You see a hole, barely visible to the human eye. It is swollen shut, almost vanished. No larger than 0.4 centimeters in radius, the edges appear darkened.
Oh. Did he... oh, I think he might have shot himself. Not poison. Not poison. Okay, so either shot himself or someone put a gun underneath his chin to fake it, but
Keep going.
A black trickle of liquid runs into his throat from the wound.
oh, I don't like put your fingers in. You should really be wearing better gloves. I should have put better gloves on you.
Your index fits right in there. A tight tunnel of flesh opens up. Tissue damage. Wide enough for 2 fingers. As you push both in, you reach through his mouth, right into his brainstem.
I'm deeply sorry for these descriptions. Feel around, I guess.
The basal ganglia feels clumpy. What entered here has torn apart his reptilian complex. The funk soul brother at the back of his head has gone dark forever.
The funk soul brother. Okay. Deeply unfortunate that his funk soul brother has gone dark forever.
Your fingers slide into the remains of his limbic system. There is no resistance. It's gelatinous. The slug-like structures are damaged too. The tearing extends deep into both hemispheres.
Okay.
The ululations of the limbic system have ended. All is quiet.
Right between the hemispheres, there's a cavity.
The lieutenant answers with the sound of his pen on paper.
Push deeper.
Your fingers are all the way in now, reaching toward the inside of his skull. The cavity goes further, but the entry wound isn't wide enough for the rest of your hand to follow.
I immediately thought of the song too. I too was also just in my head, just like I don't know well enough to like hum it or singing, but I do know it's a song, and so I was immediately like, yeah, jamming. Okay, well I'm glad we can't put our whole hand in his head.
All the muscles in your body harden. Time to enter him.
No, phrasing. I'm sure there is. Our guy isn't. Harry is not the kind of man to. Okay, it's just the one line. Well, it's a good thing that it's just on loop in my head now. It's gonna be stuck in there the rest of the night. I don't wanna mess up his head because I feel like I'm contaminating. I don't know, Wrigglin.
Your fingers reach toward his skull. His cerebral cortex feels like jelly. Cold jelly. Strange fluid streams down your wrist as you push deeper until you feel it on the tip of your finger.
A bullet?
Sharp, serrated material. The edges cut right into your skin.
Yeah, who cares anymore? At this point, the contamination is too far in. Sharp, serrated material? Would a bullet like fracture into the skull? Just tell me what it is.
The pain is barely noticeable under the adrenaline rush.
This is a bad time. There's a... Cut your finger while it's inside a corpse. This is just a bad time. This is bad time. There's a solid object.
Can you get to it?
I'm gonna inspect the skull first.
There's a tiny crack. A protrusion in the cranium. Right in the back of his head. Your finger must be pointing straight at it. From the inside.
Right in the back of his head? So... Okay, so like I'm trying to think where things are happening. Okay.
The object that is in there stops just short of the skull, in the encephalus, knocking this tiny fracture into the cranium.
The angle is very confusing.
We have the makings of a very small exit wound here.
Was he shot? I'm gonna try and get it out. I wish I had my interfacing gloves on. I didn't put that on, but hopefully we are good enough. Okay, cool. Thank you for the luck. You've sent me the correct vibes. Oh, we've just pulled out a thing.
You pick the object between your index and middle finger. Feels sharp, like metal. You press your teeth together. Your jaw is clenched. All you need to do is just...
Slowly pull your fingers
The
out.
inside of the head feels cold and smooth, like a glove. sweat dripping down your brow. Careful not to lose the prize between your fingers.
I don't like this.
With a plop, your hand emerges from the mouth, covered in blood up to the wrist. Between your fingers, a small flower, a blossom made of lead.
Okay, it is a bullet.
A bullet.
We did it. We did it, guys. Yay, not poisoned.
The bullet falls in the bag, leaving a smattering of blood on the plastic. He raises the bag under his eyes and says,
A non-caliber. Rifle. Some kind of brittle alloy. Fractured on impact.
Keep it, Lieutenant, as a gift.
No, you deserve it. We can log it later.
Thanks, I appreciate it.
Looks like we need to add one more item to your injury list. Injury number 4. Overentry wound with an abrasion collar. Soft pad. Back of mouth. High velocity. Temporary cavity in brain tissue. Small exit wound on the occiput. How does that sound?
I just got an achievement that I said, goodest of the goodest cops. Kim really trusts you. I've made Kim trust me, guys. Kim likes me. I have approval. Yay! Sounds about right, Kim. Whatever you say.
Fatal injury.
Yep, that's very, very right.
And one last thing. We should amend injury number 3. Ligament mark. New opinion? Non-fatal. Post-mortem. Treatment.
Yep, all it took was sticking my hand into a guy's head. Not a deeply upsetting experience at all. This was all treatment. They all did this just to cover it
and
up.
the belt around his neck. The hanging. Even dragging him to the yard. All of it was done after this man was already dead.
Yeah, it was all for... guys? My gun is missing. I know there are other guns in this world, but... And I don't remember anything. I really hope I'm not the murderer. I definitely agree it was all treatment after this guy is
I have had
killed.
my doubts for a while now, since I saw there were no signs of struggle on his hands, and no claw marks on his neck.
Why didn't you say so before then, Kim?
There have been other signs too, small details. Everything is too neatly designed for us to assign probable cause here, as we did, full-heartedly. Well, no more.
You could have voiced some of these things to me before I issued a prognosis. We're kind of partners in this, but whatever.
We almost fell for it, he thinks. Almost.
I really hope that this wasn't me. And that's the big twist, I'm the murderer. But why would those guys admit to killing the guy if I was the one responsible? Because I don't think anyone likes me. Like, I don't think anyone liked this guy before because he was going around, like, just being a general terror. A whirlwind of, like, craziness. So it doesn't make any sense for the people to, like, admit to murdering someone if it was me. So I don't think it was me. Although it could be with my gun still. I would accept that idea. It could be this woman. I think she had like dyed hair, blue-haired woman that has my gun. That's possible. But who would do this?
That's for us to find out. But this, it will make finding them just a little easier.
Yeah. Why would anyone do this?
To hide something. The real killer? The real motivation? What really happened here?
Yeah, for sure. I think we need to go back and talk to those one guys.
Yes, we should take a closer look at it. I am certain it has more to tell us.
Yeah, we need to look more into the bullet.
This little thing could reveal much about the weapon that shot it.
Yeah. Okay. We need to figure out, maybe, I don't know, do we know anyone that knows a lot about guns?
We bag the corpse and carry him to the holding pen of my kinema. I can transport him to processing myself, but I will be gone for the rest of the day.
we will get to cleaning my hands, don't worry. I'm sure we'll go wash our hands here soon. Oh, Kim's gonna be gone? Wait, I didn't get the boots! No!
Work on the case. Tend to personal matters. Try not to do anything too dangerous. An officer needs backup in a neighborhood like this.
Kim, buddy.
I'll leave that choice to you. And one more thing. Great work, detective.
You think it... There's no way it's Kim. There's no way. That feels like... I've also not seen Memento. I'm sorry that I've not been getting the references. I apologize. I know the Oedipus complex. I know that. No, I would ride if Kim ended up being the murderer. Yes, I do know Oedipus. Yes, I do know that one. Yes, Kim is too, like, there's no way he'd be going along with this. Like, he's bad at lying. We've seen him, like, lie before, and he doesn't do a great job. He doesn't have, like, the people skills, but maybe he's just that insane. But I think he's genuinely a good guy. I don't think Kim did it. I think it's this mystery woman that has my gun. That's kind of my theory. That, or they're covering up for, the gardener girl. I still think she's guilty. It might not be poisoning, but I still think she's guilty. I don't trust her. Kim approves of me. See, I love him.
The word lingers in the air of the basement. Far away, ice cream makers are buzzing, and the sea wind blows outside.
She's super sus. She's super sus.
Detective.
Aww. Oh, he never... Oh, he only calls me officer. He's never called me detective before. Oh, I've been promoted. I've been promoted.
After you bag the corpse, Lieutenant Kitsuragi will leave the party until tomorrow morning. You can do side tasks and even the main case, but it might be more difficult. Plan his exit accordingly.
Okay. See, we're supposed to... Yeah, we need the boots, and we have to do that at night. Because I think Kim's gonna get mad at us if we take the boots. And also we need Kim for tonight, because we're meeting someone at 9 p.m. Who has information on the case. I think he overviewed the backyard. So we're meeting with that guy at 9 p.m. which it's only, I'm not good at military time. It's only like 2:50. So we have lots of time. I'm not gonna tell Kim to go yet. We'll plan that at the end of the day. So let's leave him in the fridge. He's fine where he's at. We'll come back at the end of the day, and then I'll tell Kim, yeah, take him away. That way we won't have Kim not with us the rest of the day, because I think that's just a bad... There's too many things that we need to do.
Yes?
No, I didn't want to talk to you. Thank you for being proud of me, but I didn't want to talk to you at the moment. You're kind of in the way. I can't click on the stairs, Kim. There you go. Wow. Okay. The mystery continues to ravel. It's not being really unraveled. I feel like there's more things. We just keep discovering things that I just generally am just kind of like, well, I don't know. Let's see if we have a... Okay, so it doesn't look like we can really do anything about the bullet because we haven't gotten a quest for it. What do you mean? I click on the thought circles. I haven't clicked on the environmental circles just because they don't... It's more flavor text, I guess. Do I get XP for them? I like to investigate things, like I'll investigate like compartments and looting, but I haven't been clicking on the bubbles a whole lot because it doesn't feel like they contribute too much. But is that a Rubik's Cube? Oh no, it's a memory. Oh, we can play that at the computer. Yeah, computer. I don't know if this will actually be helpful, but I'm intrigued.
Casting the framework in like a smooth draw, the filament slides into place. On the keyboard, the play key starts blinking.
The Star Trek whale song is playing again.
A bar of fabric right above the keyboard starts producing a soft hum. The sound of static seeps through the machine's planar magnetic driver.
Okay.
Oh no. It was already glowing and now it's also making a sound. It's probably some alien CO-like technology.
Calm down, Half-Life. Calm down.
The static gets louder, slowly filling up the abandoned hall, until a voice speaks out, crackling and old, cutting into the air.
Good afternoon. Fortress accident en rue de Saint-Ghislaine. This is East Insulindian Repeater Station 1.
I like this lady's portrait. She seems kind, just based off her
Please
face.
repeat. Is this the production schedule?
Oh. Oh, that's cool. There's a defunct. Okay. I'll click on them. Just in the past, they've not been terribly like interesting, so I've been kind of ignoring them. I'll click on those. I've just been kind of like, they haven't really done much. They've not led to things, so I haven't been clicking on them as I've gone. But I am curious about the role-playing company in here. Okay. Wait, are we talking to someone through this?
The filament you have inserted into the reader.
Yeah?
Yes. Is that the production schedule?
Yes?
Good. Please repeat the password.
You should ask her for a hint.
Can you give me a hint?
No.
Oh, okay. Is it my birthday?
Still no.
Can you open the thing?
I am contractually obliged to protect the privacy of the filament holder for stress accident. Without filing a warrant with Lintel, I cannot give you access to this filament.
I'm afraid we are not doing that, unless we want to wait for a month.
Yeah, definitely not.
Now, can you please repeat the password?
I don't know the password.
Received. I will register this login attempt.
Okay.
That sounds bad. A login attempt. Something a criminal would do.
I don't think that's a criminal activity.
Don't worry. Passwords have a way of turning up sooner or later.
Okay, so we'll...
Fortress Accident. Is there anything else I can do for you today?
Fortress Accident? Is that the name of a company or something? Yeah, why did you call me Fortress Accident?
Fortress Accident is the company on
Okay.
whose name the terminal you are currently using has been registered to.
What else about the company?
One moment. Fortress Accident
Yeah, level
SCI
up.
produces revolutionary interactive call-in radio games. That's what the catalog says.
Interactive call-in radio game?
Any other questions?
That's funny. That's all for now. We'll come back with the password sometime. She didn't tell me what an interactive call-in radio game is, but I'm guessing it's just a call-in response thing.
Thank you, and goodbye.
Goodbye.
Tiles on the cube are still smoldering, casting the framework in a soft glow. Fluorescent play and print keys shine on the keyboard.
Interesting. I don't know what a production schedule would help us with, but I'm intrigued. Alright, let's look at these build.
This old fireplace is covered in lines drawn in blue and red marker, the mesh spreading over the stone like blood vessels on alabaster skin. It looks ghostly and strangely ancient.
It looks like some sort of like battle map.
A diagram for summoning some time-forgotten being. The symbols seem very esoteric. Radio frequencies, it seems. UKV 123.6. UKV 123.7.
Oh, duh, for the radio
UKV
call-in thing.
123.9. Some written notes.
Okay,
too.
it's the
Sparse
call-in
and
RPG.
cryptic.
Okay, okay. So it's a call-in radio game and they have all their radio frequencies.
Unclear. It looks like a cardiovascular system split into veins and capillaries. Very advanced.
Of course, the anatomy of the curse. Amazing. We're not dealing with any of those things, but sure, we'll say that we're dealing with something medical.
You think so? The web is comprised of radio stations, all lead back to one red
The
heart.
Game Master
titled
frequency.
The Game Master frequency. A note says, this one can listen in on any station it wants. Looks like a surveillance program.
Who's the Game Master? That's me.
Someone very important. The leader of a massive on-air game built by these people.
That's really fun. Then who's playing?
Whoever decides to call in to a call-in station, it looks like.
So is it like a radio MMO?
A list of names under the stations suggests people across 6 Isolas would be playing. Muindi, Insulinda, Kotla, Grad, Samara, and even Ilmara. All of this is gone, left unrealized.
Sad.
My god. It's as if the less money they had, the more ambitious their project became.
Indie development right there. The less money you have, the more that you want to do with it. Yeah, less time you have, the more you want to do with it, honestly.
The schedule. I know doom when I see it. The company was running out of funding.
What else?
Nothing. It's just lines on marble. An echo from times long gone. No one has used the fireplace in ages.
Okay. Let's look at this thing with a wizard man.
Your flashlight slides over an old green chalkboard covered in scribbles, sketches, and schemes, like some ancient cave mural.
I like this wizard elf man with the sword. It looks kind of like Aragorn's sword.
Some of the writing has faded with age, but you can still make out sections here and there. Photos and drawings have been pinned to the board.
Oh, look at the drawings.
These lithe, pointy-eared creatures appear to be different types of welkins. You make out autumnal candle welkins casting wax-based magic.
Wax-based magic. Sky? Children of Light, is that you?
Translucent welkins, with organs shining under their skin, and even ether welkins, hailing from the vast emptiness of sidereal space.
These are cool fantasy races. I'm a fan.
Who are all those creatures? Fantasies of a tortured, feverish mind?
Yep, only the tortured and feverish can come up with fantasy races. Yep, definitely.
One of the welkins, towering among the rest, appears to be different, however.
Yeah. Let me investigate.
It's Vara Hamira, a high welkin, his face white and scarred like cracked marble. This is clearly a welkin supremacist. The note says, all non-welkin races will be purged.
Oh, dang. Bad guy, then.
The Haldor, the Twarg, the humans, and even headless men, all of them, purged. Imagine a world filled only with welkin. Green welkin, dread welkin, and the high welkin to rule them all.
So is this like one of the developers' like fantasy world that they just like wanted to put in here as like reference? Maybe the D&D game that they're all in?
An inordinate amount of time has gone into drawing these little welkin creatures.
It's important. Why would anyone spend so much time on this? Don't call me out, game.
Some people really like building a world, I think, even if it's just for a game.
It is vague. It is like Lord of the Rings adjacent for sure. Who drew them? Are they real? I have so many questions.
This looks like concept art for a project. It's not really real.
Yeah, I know. One of them is a Vulcan supremacist.
Political commentary. That one has a great beard too.
He does have a good beard, you're right. They're also just pointing out their own game. They're just like, yeah, we built a whole world and we wanted political commentary in it. It was fun. I'm a fan.
Just look at those details. So much effort.
A lot of effort went into this game, that is for sure.
And for what? All gone.
Fantasy could be confusing for someone that has a hard grip on reality. Let's not inject fantasy into this guy's brain. That is true. Let's look at the photos.
The photo collage depicts barren, icy landscapes wrapped in perpetual night. You see permafrost and glacial landforms, dead trees grown in under the snow. Entire oceans have been frozen from shore to shore. There are pictures of settlements on dried up riverbeds, abandoned in a storm. Animal corpses in the dark, carcasses and bones.
Sounds like a cool concept art.
Albeit dark and cold, this vision also feels cozy in its own way, like eggnog or morphine, a much needed respite from our own world.
Fantasy escapism, woo!
A pinned postcard reads, "The heat death scenario, a desperate fight for geothermal energy engulfs the world as Wirral becomes untethered from its sun, drifting through the universe."
Wait, this was a long-running RPG world? I didn't know that. Oh, that's super interesting. So yeah, I wonder if they, like... That's really interesting if this was also, like, one of the worlds they did. I didn't know, like... I knew a lot of these games, like, that's the way, like, Outer Worlds is. It was an RPG campaign that they just turned into a video game. I didn't know this one was like that. I thought it would just went straight into, the CRPG. No, I actually have zero background in this game. I just knew it was good, and I love RPGs, and so that's why I picked it up. But that is, I respect that so much. Really? Oh, that's super cool. I'm gonna have to look into that because I'm also someone that I run a fantasy world for a bunch of my players that I'm way too into that I eventually want to turn into a video game. So, oh, not well received or even translated. Still cool. Hey, you make something, that's honestly like, that's a win. Just making something is pretty cool. And this turned out great, so. Still neat. Still very neat. I respect it. Alright, inspects the schedule.
This is a monthly calendar from the year 50. Cryptic words like sprint, daily minimi, and GPI span the marker-drawn grid, the grand scheme of production and money.
Wait, like this IP? Like Disco Elysium? Oh, I haven't heard anything about that. What happened? Now I'm very curious. Because I've been enjoying this game. It has its flaws, and there have been times with it I've been frustrated, but I've been really enjoying it. Oh, okay, so the game company... Okay, that happens a lot when you... Yeah, so the game company that... Okay, the merge kind of took over of this. That's sad. That happens with a lot of things. Like, I feel like the author loses, like, control when they, There's only rare instances where companies will, like, let the author, like, have full control over it. That's sad. But, hey, they still made a good game, but that is really unfortunate when the authors and writers lose their own IP. Which is part of the reason I don't want to, like, look for funding elsewhere for the game or anything like that. The game ideas that I have, I'm just like, no, I will hoard them on the side and they will be mine. So sprint, daily, oh my gosh, they work in agile.
It looks a bit like an academic calendar, only much more brutal.
Oh yeah, game dev, woof.
Everyone is constantly teetering on the edge of the abyss, an abyss of production. These squares look orderly, but beneath them is chaos, worry, pain.
Oh geez, they really are just calling out the game dev cycle right here, aren't they?
As time goes on, the numbers in the boxes grow rarer and rarer. The board becomes an empty snowfield in the final days. Only failure and regret dwell in this region.
That's sad.
Looks like they didn't make it.
No, they tried. The reduction schedule didn't work.
A note in the bottom left corner of the chalkboard says, "See the prod schedule filament for details."
There it is.
The handwriting is only partly legible, but you can still make out 3 slogans: Call in, Tune Out, Wirral Untethered, and Heat Death of the Universe.
Yeah, when was this part written? Yeah, they probably didn't. Yeah, who knows? Yeah, they probably didn't know what was coming, but hey, they made a pretty amazing game, so is this the password?
The full text reads, "Heat Death of the Universe is the new black." Another note says, "The biggest advancement in role-playing systems since the 30s.
That's what they were trying to go for. That was their goal. Yeah, and I mean, this game was really trying to do something new with it. I have heard Welcome before. I think it's in some part of mythology, I believe. I've definitely heard it before as well. I definitely have to do some more Googling as well. I don't know, it sounds Irish or something to me, but I'm not 100% sure. It sounds very Tolkien-esque, but I know it's not.
Outside, a cold wind wraps the building in its bosom. Snowflakes in the wind. An old woman passes what the locals call the doomed commercial area. She tries hard not to look at the bookstore windows. It's unwise.
Alright, was that the password? I'm gonna try and see what... Oh no, Kim wants to talk to me. Oh no. Oh, well.
Tiles on the cube are still...
Wait, Kim, what do you want to say?
Okay. What do you think is going on with that computer, chalkboard, and fireplace?
Kim wants to talk about the game. The failed business. They're making a game.
That is the question. It looks like one of those popular pen and paper role-playing games. Only these people were trying to automate it, make it work on radio computers.
They wanted to make a video game.
Utter madness, he thinks.
It's
a compliment.
Fun fact. The first RPG ever made was made by a woman. I forget her name, but it was a fantasy RPG, and it was a one of the text and type ones. It was in a documentary on Netflix. But she's like one of those forgotten like developers. Like she was the first person to ever create an RPG. I think so. I could be misremembering things. I watched this documentary on Netflix forever ago. But like the documentary is super neat because it goes into the history of video games, but also all the forgotten people of video games. Like the first person to invent I think data cartridges for like the Nintendo 64 and that kind of idea, Atari, was a African American man that like worked for a company, electronics company, and he like did stuff in his like garage, and he developed like the cartridge system, and so it's really interesting to kind of go into that history of just like what we forget about the technology and like what we've remembered. It's fascinating. I highly recommend it. I think it's like it has some sort of cheesy video game name, but I recommend it. But I thought it was super cool, like watching the documentary and being like, wow, look at that. Tomorrow, tomorrow, and tomorrow. Oh no, another reference I don't understand. I'm so sorry. I'm not quite picking up on it. But I'd love to check it out, whatever it is. And how are they planning on doing it?
Through call-in stations. None of the players have to be physically present. Anyone in the world can participate in the game, as long as they have a two-way radio. Then there's the game master frequency that listens in on the smaller call-in stations. I think that was supposed to coordinate the stories, functioning as a master of ceremonies of sorts.
Oh, to like bring all the stories together. That's a cool idea.
His fascination has swept aside other concerns for the moment. He's a little hooked.
Kim is a nerd. Oh, that's cool. There's a novel about game dev? Oh, that's really cool. That's awesome. I part of my job is game dev. So, I'll have to look into that. That sounds really sweet. I feel like there's not like many games about like game dev. So, or like fictional works. Like, I don't know. I haven't looked into it. I mostly just go for fantasy. I'll have to look into that. That sounds really cool. Written in 2022. That's cool. Nice and modern. And long-term friendships? Always a big win. I mean, so part of my job also is VR, and I read through Ready Player One, And I would say yes and no, at least for me. It depends. If it's like, if I'm learning things about the subject, then I'm like really intrigued. Ready Player One was just like super dystopian. Um, okay, so yeah, it becomes harder with suspending disbelief. Um, yeah, so you're a cliffhanger. Yeah, you're a climber, so cliffhanger doesn't work. Yeah. I mean, when I was watching, this is not as good as an example, but when I was watching, Free Guy, and they were doing a bunch of stuff, or like the references that they have with like how video games like work, or the systems of video games, or at the very end when like they're bashing up the servers, like that would like destroy the game. I'm just like, that's not quite how that works. There was some like inconsistency with what they were doing with the servers and like how games actually work. I was just like, no, not quite. It does become hard to like suspend your disbelief in certain areas like that. But sometimes you can really get into it and it's okay. So I think it just depends. Um, yeah, I've not read any books or anything like that it's been fictional game dev, so I'd be interested. Sci-fi games, yeah, sci-fi games. If you know anything about engineering or like physics, can be really hard. My brother, so my brother is a he's a singer, and so anytime we like listen to music or there's any sort of like voice things in media or anything like that, he'll like immediately correct it or be like, that's bad form. Or listening to musicals, he's always like, they're destroying their voice. It sounds great, but they're destroying their voice. And so it's just interesting what like your passions can sometimes take away. Yeah, it makes some things really better because I love playing games and understanding like the psychology behind it, that sort of thing, as well as like how to like behind the code. Like I know how to like do something like this. I know the whole system that they use for their dialogue system. I know what they did and I have it on my computer and I use it for my dev. So I'm like, I know the ins and outs and what they're doing, which is fascinating for me, but it can create problems in other spaces too. Yeah, hard sci-fi, way more compelling for non-STEM. Yeah. The aura are, yeah. That's why I like I didn't finish it, but The Martian I feel like fit into like the hard science kind of thing. It felt like it made an impact of just like trying to explain things of like why it could possibly work really hard. Yeah, makes the world a lot more interesting and I love it. It does make the unfortunate side effect of making some media harder to consume. Yeah. I feel like that's in general. If you get really niche in a topic, like I have one friend that's really into like clothing and historical clothing, so any historical movie, she's just like, that's not right, and so she'll just be like, she'll point it out, and that can ruin some movies for her. But for me, I love fashion, and I love fashion history, but I still don't know quite enough, nor do I care enough that it bothers me. Mars trilogy. Okay, I've not heard of either of these trilogies. I need to get back into reading. I've only been reading, I've only read a lot of fantasy, and I'm reading Jane Eyre right now. That sounds cool. So many good book recommendations. I'm gonna have to add these all to the list. I have so many books that I need to get through. I recently got the Scythe trilogy, and that was recommended to me that I need to get through. Oh, Netflix adaptations, they're either hit or miss. You never know. Unfortunate. Oh, okay. Yeah. I think there's the suspensions that gets into whole world building, basically, philosophy, as if the details in media aren't lining up with what we know to be true, then we have a harder time with like suspending disbelief, because there's a level of like almost psychologically we have to be like, yeah, you're not right in that, but we'll like let that go in order to enjoy the media. And if there's like, if they aren't building up enough of that trust, it becomes really hard to break that. So like there are certain games or shows that I've watched where I've just been like, they haven't built up that trust, and so I've just been like, well, I can't really like follow this because I'm just frustrated that your world doesn't make any sense. Yeah. Yeah, when things get really speculative or futuristic and it doesn't have like a grounding, that's really hard. Um, yeah, I'm trying to think. I think that was the problem with Ready Player One that I had. Not the movie. The movie was a lot more fun than the book. The book is really honestly depressing. Um, it's a really cool thought experiment, and part of this is because I had to read it for class. Um, but and do like analysis on like the future of VR. And so we beat the dead horse with that. But I think there was just parts of it that I was just like, okay, as someone that's in VR and knows what VR is kind of capable of and what it's best used for, there were parts of it that I was just like having a hard time with, of just like, okay, you're really stretching what it could be on this one. Like, do I think we'll ever have the Oasis? Maybe, if the technology gets there, but I don't think it's really gonna be the what it is described in the book, until, you know, VR could get a lot more consumer friendly, and we get actual movement down. So, this has been a fascinating conversation, and like, thank you guys so much for like talking about this with. I'm losing my voice at this point. I normally talk a lot in streams, but I think we've gone long and I've talked more than I think I have in other streams, and so I'm kind of losing my voice, so I think I might stop the stream here. Um, yes, I have water. Yes. Don't worry, I have water, but I am slightly losing my voice, and I have work tomorrow, so I think I'll go ahead and end the stream here just so I can kind of go to bed and rest my voice. But here, I'll switch this back. This has been super fun. That was such a fascinating conversation, and thank you so much for all the book recommendations. This was a lot of fun. I love nerding out and talking about this stuff, and so yes, you should also go to sleep. Everyone should go sleep. Everyone should chill. Have a nice evening. I love talking about this stuff. That's the stuff like I'm passionate about. So maybe someday we'll just do like a big deep dive into like world building stuff or something like that, because it's something that I studied a lot when I was at school and something I still study to this day, and so it's a lot of fun. Yeah, already 3/4 of the way there. But thank you guys so much for hanging out with me, and I will be back. So I won't be streaming next week, but the week after I'll be back with, I haven't decided what I'm going to stream on Monday yet. I don't think I'm going to stream Starfield. I think I might do something else, maybe like Plague Tale, or possibly this. I might bounce back to this for Monday, but so not next week. Week following I'll do a stream 8 p.m. EST Monday, and then 8 p.m. Wednesday. So be sure to, if you had a good time, be sure to follow so you know when I'm going to be hopping back on. And we're trying to get to 50 followers so that I can add custom emotes, because I've been drawing lots of little things and I would love to add those in for you guys. So, but thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. It was just such a fun stream. This might be one of my favorite streams. It was just really fun to talk to you guys, and we got so much done. Like, the mystery is, I'm really engaged in the mystery. I can't say that the the design of the gameplay is my favorite thing in the world, but I've been like really enjoying just the systems. Can't say it's my favorite thing in the world, but that's more of a personal opinion, I think. But the story and the mystery has been really fascinating. So thank you guys for hanging out with me. This has been really fun. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your evening or whatever time it is. All right. Bye!